We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast program to bring you these interdimensional announcements from the Underground Initiative. We would like to offer our thanks to the people and organizations that help make the Underground Initiative what it is today. Some of the music you're hearing in the background comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. These horror music pioneers can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or at their website at midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 works of musical genius, most of which he's made available for others to use using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. His work can be viewed on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal music on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. Various artists and animators were vital in bringing the Underground Initiative to life. We would like to thank Edvartigo, who can be found at twitter.com/Edvartigo. Sunzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sunzaki Kojika, and CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, initiates, to the Underground Initiative, a secret underground organization where a menagerie of maddening Midwesterners gather around to explore the realms beyond through the medium of tabletop RPGs. Hey guys, how's it going?
Happy birthday, you bum.
Why do you gotta remind me?
So old.
Not that I'm old, it's that I'm a bum. Yes, I am one year...
You're a bum, Jay.
I am 1 year older, still a bum. I'm fine with it.
Red, just you can get that $1 coffee now from McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Senior citizen discount.
Yeah, he's getting closer and closer.
Red, you were recently at Combo Breaker. How was that?
Oh, it was fun. I had a good time. Saw some friends from out of town, a couple states away I don't normally get to see, so I got to talk with them. Venue was nice. There's 2 floors. You had an arcade upstairs. Popcorn was really good as always. I did all right. I went 4-2. I didn't make it on stream, but there's always maybe next year. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, man, as long as you had fun.
Okay.
But he didn't bring us any popcorn.
I mean, I ate it all. I'm sorry.
You were too slow.
Hey, Brian was the only person to ask to request me to buy something for him. You guys could have did the same thing.
And
that's all it takes. Otherwise, I don't know what to do.
I figured you'd get us the joke popcorn. Be like, here's your popcorn ketchup, you moron.
I think that was. I don't think it was on there. I think the guy was tired of making it because he hated that flavor.
Oh, I thought it was his most popular flavor.
It was, but
no
the thing
idea.
is, but when he makes it, he has to taste test it. So like he hated doing that because he had to keep making it.
I remember this story. I have no idea what kinky character this is or what game that they are from, but thank you, Red.
KOF. It's Angel. It's Angel, but it's pronounced a little different.
Oh, it's one of those times. Okay. Fucking weeb games. Love it. Well, I'm glad that you had a good time at Combo Breaker, and hey, if you want us to go to Combo Breaker, it's not going to happen, but if you want us to, why don't you check out our Patreon at patreon.com/underground initiative, where you can donate to our fighting game habits, our super secret fighting game habits that we all collectively totally have.
That's right, because the only way I'm getting Tekken is if someone buys it for me.
That was so not convincing, but go on.
Good. I hope the sarcasm and the satire found its way to our audience. But honestly, we do appreciate any donation that does come our way. If you do decide to donate, you could get access to our Discord, where you can talk with us in person. We exist outside of this space. How weird is that? Your names will also be included in the credits, and every donation will go towards making the stream and all the more better terrains, better minis, better cameras, better equipment overall. And honestly, it's just nice to feel appreciated, and we thank you for that.
Through your hard work and donation, we may finally be able to purchase a personality.
For me specifically, I've been lacking in one for a while.
That reminds me of Rat Race. He's like, and this is my assistant. Sadly, he was born without a personality.
On that note, I think it's time for us to begin.
It was a good cheesecake.
And we're back. So, last we left off, the Fist has made it to the fabled back nine of Arkhala West, making their way southward to Magrush and Deeplight Spires, having a bizarre collection of adventures along the way, spawning talking trees that may or may not still be friends with y'all, summoning a pyramid that has ties to the Order of the Grey Path, banishing weird monsters that are inside of said pyramids. Regardless, you got the Fist has found their way to Kennelder Keep, a dwarven military outpost that guards the road west and the road south to Magrush and Deeplight Spires. Here at the keep are a number of general vendors who sell extra things that apparently is being constructed at Deeplight Spires. Kazul Dinvula, father to Vaxxus, head of the Kazul's caravan, is also in this space, along with his clerical background dancers and a number of people from Boldor who have sold a lot of their businesses, their homes, and are traveling westward to the holy city of Bastikal. And Kazul and are traveling with the Kazul's caravan to make that so. Some of these individuals, if not most, are people who have lost people from the scourge of the Void Mind, and are just trying to recoup their lives in lieu of a spiritual renewal. One of these individuals traveling to Vastakal is Rico Schuyler, the fists nerd punching bag of the campaign, seemingly reunited with his deceased spouse, Charles Benson, though Charles is sporting a new body. Is this for real? Is this a scam? Who knows? But that is what you've been told, and that's what you guys have to work with. Heated discussions on theology and ideology between Vaxxus and his father ensued, but Vaxxus seems to believe that his father believes like he's a true believer now in whatever deity and religion that he is taking part in. It seems to do well for him, well for the business, so why question that? Attempting a long rest was had. Also, there's a bunch of Harangon people who worship Vesh, who are really excited to see Vaxxus. Vaxxus is not excited to see them. A long rest was attempted here at Kinelder Keep. You guys found room and board over at the Stonies, the tavern of the town. However, the gates of Kinelder Keep came under siege by a horde of gnolls, hill giants, and ogres.
Oh my.
Seemingly led by another individual, some giant, swole, muscle-bound. They almost look tiefling in appearance, just with really tiny white horns and bluish skin. Also just covered in maggots and worms. Kulkras also, this night, I believe, had a dream about worms and just like a world and cosmos made out of worms and maggots. Are they related? Who knows? Could combat ensued.
I think that's a nudge.
I don't know what you're talking about. Too much? I felt like it was too much.
Wink, wink.
Not for
Say
Kulkras,
no
it isn't.
more. With the casters on the ramparts, with the
I was down on the battlefield.
with the muscle wizards out on front. Kulkras going ape mode on anything that in their path. Orlin out in his skivvies with sword and shield in hand.
Don't forget about his hammer.
It wasn't used in combat, so I'm not talking about it. Ball peen hammer. God.
Why is it so red?
Combat was finished with all of the enemies laid to waste. A couple of banners from presumably where these attackers hailed from, represent. Hard to tell. And a number of the dwarven warriors that went out with you to face these foes. Some of them were juicing on incursion, and upon some of their deaths, birthed these skinny, skeletal-like demons that would just attack anybody on sight. Unfortunately, Sersha has become cursed by coming in contact with some of the demon blood of these creatures, sprouting a whole nother head.
Well, that's your opinion, man.
It's like your opinion, man.
Hey, that's what the laws of reality says. Is it a curse? Is it a blessing? That is a matter of your choice. However, combat ends with the fist just ganging up on a previously banished ogre coming out of banishment and is just proceeding to beat the ever-loving crap out of it.
Boo this man!
With Kulkras still in his ape form, casting fist as best he can.
Always.
we come back to the Fist, reeling with adrenaline from the combat that just occurred. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to cast Speak with Animal and kneel in front of Saoirse.
Okay.
She already understands me, but I want her to be able to respond to me.
Alright.
This should be good.
Saoirse is a beast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. Saoirse looks around. Like two heads are they're not always staring at the same spot. They seem to be completely independent of each other. You don't know if this is Saoirse doing this or something else, but that seems to immediately you just hear a what, and like two different voices of Saoirse.
I had something similar happen to me, and I got really cool claws, and I mistakenly got rid of them, thinking it was when my heritage was coming through. I mistook that for some of the curse, and I kind of regret getting rid of those. But I want to give you the option. Do you feel like this is a boon for you, and would you like to get rid of it if we get the chance, or would you like to keep it?
Make a wisdom check for Saoirse.
Since I'm standing right there and you're saying that and speak animals, I'll be like, no, I'd probably get rid of it.
Is it a saving or just a check?
Just a check.
Wait,
This is
Kulkras
Saoirse.
can understand you now too, right? Or he can respond to you, yeah.
No, I'd probably get rid of it.
18.
18. Saoirse responds. Both heads respond in unison, but one's like a slightly different pitch. I'm not going to lie, Master. This is weird. But and you watch as like one head stops talking and the other starts. I think I can control this for the better. We can try this.
You have a warrior spirit, and I appreciate it. So do the gods.
Saoirse just jumps up on you and starts licking off all of the blood that's on your face.
I give her a big hug. Both necks.
With two tongues.
Yeah, her on both necks. I give her a hug.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
I said, you got twice the ears to scratch.
Oh, that feels great. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is what we like.
As I morph back, you had to make it weird, didn't you?
What?
Your monkey ears.
Yeah.
Orlin, make a perception check if you don't mind. Also, Saoirse, are you coming down from the ramparts?
Yeah,
or,
Shiima.
to join in the
Sorry,
monk?
what's my name?
Yeah, Saoirse.
Shiima, would you like to? Are you staying at the
Yeah,
ramparts?
Saoirse is still going to be up on those
I mean,
ramparts.
I have a thing I was going to do. You know.
Okay. Would you roll?
17.
17. Saoirse. Shiima. With your new passive.
Me.
That is you. I deserve that. With your new.
Yeah, so what's your passive?
Your new passive perception.
Probably like a little higher. 15 instead of 13, I think it was.
Just give me a
And Orlin, even from the ramparts, Shiima, both of you notice something interesting about Kulkras's ape form. Whenever he gets up and turns around, you can see like on the front, on its forehead glows a angry red eye symbol. And then Kulkras starts to revert back to his half-orcish form, and the symbol is gone.
Is he naked?
I don't know, is he?
I'd probably sleep in my
Did you
normal
put any
pants.
armor on or anything
No.
when you woke up?
I sleep in my pants.
Do you get like the Hulk pants
they
thing where they
weren't
expand and then
magic
retract, or how does that
pants,
work?
Well, it's polymorph, so since it's a magic spell, everything just morphs with.
Okay.
Not even with me. I just morph into it. It's fine.
Animorphs,
I
not
was just
Hulk.
trying to understand if it was going to be like a constant wardrobe malfunction or something.
That's
Someone give me some spandex.
That reference is for you, audience member.
old audience member.
Yeah.
That's for you, kid born in the 90s.
I'm also going to take a look at the banners and see if I recognize anything.
Absolutely. While you go up to the banners, Shiima, what would you like to do?
So since that one ogre had come back from banishment or whatever, I know that it's been a little over a minute, right? Since the fight started.
Yes, I would say so.
So what I had planned to do was I was gonna climb down the ladder back into the town, like on the side, inside the wall or whatever, and then watch for anybody who's running out, like who had taken that time to put on their armor.
Oh.
So, and I was gonna stand
Nice
there
job,
like
jackasses.
annoyed looking, like tapping my foot, like, "You're late, guys. We finished it already."
You do go ahead and make a perception check, or you can rely on your
basically.
passive.
Scold them good.
You said a perception check?
Yeah.
And I just add that, right? I don't add anything else, right?
Yeah.
So
What
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you spy a handful of dwarven soldiers coming out of the barracks.
I just imagine they're running, like, holding their swords, maybe doing, like, the last buckle or something. And I'm just standing there like, you guys, you could have come out a little earlier. You didn't need to get fully dressed.
Some of these guys absolutely have like their chainmail on backwards. They're wearing knee pads where their shoulder pads are, and vice versa. One guy's got like 2 left boots.
Nice.
You even with a perception check of the dirty 20, you can tell that these are probably some younger dwarves who probably haven't been soldiers or guards for very long. But there are like 8 or 9 of them, and they're just like, "Oh man, I was gonna get glory. What do the adventurers get to have all the fun?"
Do you want to get glory by gathering the bodies of your fellow members who got here first?
Oh,
And
people have fallen?
Yeah.
Well,
Get up, Brokos. Have you taken that incursion? Come on.
You wanna come with me and like look out the gate and see what you missed?
a lot of them will look at each other a little bit sheepishly. It was like, well, duty is duty. Show us to the fallen.
Damn it, I repolymorphed too soon. You want to see what you missed? I'm glad we were late. Now finish the job. Kill the monkey.
Or walk out the gate and like see him naked, basically, right?
Yeah,
and you also just in your underwear.
being licked by a 2-headed
I
dog. You actually do pass the corpse of an emaciated-looking demon creature that has like 3 dwarven guards just guarding the corpse in case it comes back.
I can touch my armor and magically put it on, so
Alright.
I'm usually always prepared.
So us two are the only actually fully dressed ones.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Outside of the gates open up, and you see that there are a handful who are unconscious, some who are dead. Those who are dead, some healers have come up to cast gentle repose on them so that they can be revived at a little later date, hopefully. Some people are in mourning. Very few people are actually dragging the corpses yet.
And I'm gonna like point out, like, don't touch the black goo. Nobody touch the black goo.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Or just persuasion. I'm not trying to like scare anybody.
This is like,
Or you'll
I'm
roll
telling
hair.
you for your own good type of deal.
Or you roll hair on your palms.
Natural 20.
But you might roll higher rolling it.
4 plus something.
These young dwarven initiates soldiers are completely taken in by Mama Shiima over here, and They will.
I'm like 3 or 4 times as tall as them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like even if they all stacked on top of each other, they would still only be like waist
I
high.
am.
I don't want to scare them. Don't touch the goo.
Don't touch the goo. And they do obey. They do
Don't
not
bring your
touch.
dead in and don't touch the goo.
They do not touch the goo. While that is going on, Vaxxus, what are you up to?
I was gonna cast Speak with Dead on Big Ugly before he
Like, I was
disintegrates.
gonna go touch the goo.
No, like, don't touch the goo. No, I can't.
I was gonna give him
Don't touch the stove. This is my stove. I can cook whatever I want.
I was gonna give him a talking to in a little bit, but not right away.
Alright.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion on myself to make myself look like one of the gnolls, I guess. I'll do like the Pack Lord or something.
Okay. Yeah. You find the body of the.
They're still whiting.
You find the body.
Revived him. I gotta take him down now.
Throws you 150 feet or whatever.
Yeah, Kulkras just chucks me.
Yeah. You just get tossed.
Hanging to sound crazy, man. Okay, so you don the visage of this Gnoll Pack Lord. Mangy fur, like ugly looking, rough looking leather armor, and you cast Speak with Dead on this creature. You look at the features and physicality of it. Go ahead and just make a general perception or investigation check, your choice. If you want to do any other checks, let me know. But you have the opportunity to make a check here.
Investigation's higher. So 15.
15. One of the first things you noticed is that the creature does look like it could be a tiefling, but its muscles and physicality just does not have that same click. It looks like a tiefling, but it probably isn't. Also, the horns, way too small to be any tiefling of any type or size that you are familiar with. So might not be a tiefling. But it does just look like a really big dude with that's buff, like 12 feet tall, bluish skin, and sharp teeth, and two like really tiny nubs of white horns.
Okay.
You also, with a 15, you notice that the eyes of this creature are completely like glossed over. This creature's been dead for a while.
Okay.
That's one of the weird things you find out. And as you go to cast Speak with Dead, what does Speak with Dead look like as you cast it? Can you remind me once more?
Yeah, I mean, I probably said something different every time, but yeah, I'll say something.
Hey, magic is magic. It doesn't have to be the same.
There's like this greenish fog that kind of like rolls over it and goes into like its orifices and then just like wakes up. Like maybe it glows a little bit, and the eyes and the mouth, and it just sits up a little.
All right. As green smoke fills the ears, the nose, the mouth, and the giant hole in the back of its skull, you feel an initial block as you remember Speak with Dead doesn't work on undead creatures.
Oh.
But then you hear a voice in the back of your head. Oh, no, we can't have that, can we? Not going to let a little line of stipulation in some wizard's tome dictate what we can do? And you feel like this weird push, this surge, as Vecna, Lord of the Undead, is not going to let some stipulation that, oh, this is a zombie, can't cast Speak with Dead on it. Fuck that. And for the first
low-key
time...
Vecna's kind of cool.
He let me speak to dead, so he's cool, man.
The smoke changes from green to like a dull earthy green to like a crackling green, like bright green with blue lightning mixed in, as sparks fly in the eye sockets of this creature. And it just sits up with its mouth open, his eyes slightly crackling with the extra energy provided by your patron.
Okay.
What would you like to ask him?
I'm just gonna do like, then I'll start questioning him. I'll say, so, what are you doing here?
Testing defenses. Learning dwarven tactics.
Who sent you here?
Master sent me.
Who is your master?
Don't know the name. He sits on a throne of iron and horns of maggots.
Who were you before you died?
Rime Claw, scourge of the Dolana mountain range. Slain by cowards.
And the most important question. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Who lives on Drury Lane?
And he goes back into a state of death.
Alright. I think that's worth it.
Orlin, you were looking at the banners that were left by.
Would you have understood any of that, Kulkras? I'd imagine you were like in the neighborhood when I did that. Because you just exited your state anyway. So, because you would have heard him talking, I'd imagine, because you have the highest perception out of all of us.
Highest passive perception.
So, would that have rung any bells for you when he's talking about some kind of throne with bones and maggots or whatever?
Would that have?
Go ahead and make a history check.
My favorite. I always save the best question for last.
That's another good question. Do I know the Muffin Man? 8.
8. A throne of iron, horns of maggots. It's weird. Definitely nothing strikes your... it strikes your imagination more than it strikes actual factual history that you would have known of anything that goes along. Yeah.
Sounds like it could have been the guys in the mountains. He didn't mention the mountains. Right,
He did say that he was originally from the Delana mountain range, slain by cowards.
Okay, I was going to say, does the throne ring any bells to me?
Make a history check.
Ooh, pretty good. 22.
Was that an actual 20 you rolled?
18.
18.
Plus
22.
4. Plus 4.
I will actually get back to you on that.
Okay.
That's what 22.
No problem.
Orlin, you walk up to these banners that have been staked into the ground by some of these knoll casters that showed up near the end of combat, and they look to be about like 5 foot tall, 2.5 feet wide. These banners made of now that you're close enough, it is definitely made from the flayed flesh of at least 7 different types of creatures. You don't know if they're human, you don't know if they're animals, but these are hides of beings. Painted on there, you see a crude, like, ink printed depiction of a long mountain range with like brownish red tar dripping from from this mountain. Go ahead and make a history check, if you don't mind.
Where are we at again?
We're in Calendar Keep.
Calendar Keep, yeah.
Trying to see where the Doldron mountain range says that is. I'm blind.
What was that history check?
Dirty 20.
That's all of it.
Dirty 20.
All
The
of
filthiest
it.
of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let me look up this thing real quick.
Sorry, I'm blind and I can't read apparently.
Yes. So you've heard this spoken of from the Box every now and then. These are probably the mountain men from the Opana mountain range that have been causing a ruckus, mostly in like the northern lands of the Back Nine. Kenalder Keep is fairly far south, so if they are attacking this far south, that's probably a problem. You would, with a dirty 2-20, you would also know that whether it's been spoken on the box or maybe just in the moment of inspiration, that colloquially these individuals are known as the spine bleeders. But that is what you see on the from the banners.
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
There's a few fireballs thrown around. Is there any fires going on around the battlefield?
Yeah, there's a handful. There are some corpses that are still on fire.
I'm gonna grab both of the banners and toss them in the fire. Profane things.
Profane indeed, and you definitely get that awful burnt flesh smell going off in the
There's
air.
a lot of that right now.
But hey, it's probably going on in other poo-poo places around here.
Is it weird that I'm hungry?
A little bit. Kulkras, what are you up to?
Well, we just got. Well, I'm over with the body.
Hey, Kulkras, come here.
The body.
Powwow.
What?
So, I know Orlin's gotten some of these changes going on, but have you noticed he's been a little more reckless than usual? Like, the other day he almost got disintegrated by a mummy, and today he comes out fighting in his underwear again. He seems like he's kind of reckless. Should we have a talk with him, maybe?
I don't know. He did have me throw a lot of fireballs at him, so it seems normal to me.
I mean, you're, roughly the same age, right? You don't have the same kind of death wish he does, it seems like, or just reckless abandon. But I don't know. I'm just making an observation.
I've got 2-4. I've got twice as many hit points.
Maybe I'm worrying for nothing, but I'm just voicing my concern. But continue on with your monkey business or whatever.
Oh,
It's pretty cool, by the way.
definitely one of the better boons than, especially the stabber guy going insane.
Boons? What? Who gave you a boon?
My gods. That's why I can turn into the monkey.
Okay, I don't think we've ever had this conversation before. What's your god? Is it the same one that? Well, Orlin has a few. I lose track, but
No, part of the orcs worship Groomsh, who I guess is evil, but we haven't really seen anything of it yet.
I mean that explains maybe why you're so angry sometimes. So sure, that makes sense.
But I'm getting these boons so far from his sons, which was who was in that cave. One of them. We went over that one.
Hey, I mean whatever works. If that's what you're into.
Did any of us notice the brain getting shot out? Was that before combat ended or in the middle of it?
It would have been at the death of that particular creature. It would have definitely been noticed by Orlin, since he's the one who did the killing blow.
I was definitely on top of him.
I forget what the passive perception of the ape is.
It's the same as mine.
The ape might have noticed that.
I think the ape is 17.
But I guess that's enough about Orlin. What about you? You're not like going insane with like rage and pride and glory and all that stuff, are you?
No.
All right, good enough. I'm not going to pry further.
Do I look unstable?
Your eyes like kind of bulging a little
Bulging.
bit. Out of your skull.
The other one's twitching? No, why do you ask?
All right, I'm just trying to keep tabs on everyone.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
passive perception is literally the same. It's 18.
our group's unusual, and that's coming from me.
We do have a two-headed cat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How pissed do you think Orlin would be if I cured her and he didn't say anything?
Well, he was having a private talk in the vicinity of two animals with animal speak, so it could be.
I'll keep it in mind if he keeps talking about my sister. He's asking for it.
So with my 18 passive, would I have noticed? Orlin and I were right on top of him.
Yeah, you would have noticed that. For one, it's weird that the brain shot out of this corpse, but that's probably due to the mystic nature of the sword that was used to kill the creature. Brain pain does psychic damage. And you do recall that the brain making a couple like light squishing sounds as it rolled along the wet earth, and then it ended with a hard thud sound.
Can I try to find that? Because I'm curious about it with my bug dream and now all these bugs.
Sure, make a perception check or an investigation check, or tell me if you want to use your passive.
I'll do a perception check. I might be able to get higher.
I think I'm going to start making my way back inside to where that other corpse I knocked over on the inside was at, because I was going to conduct some other business on the inside of the fort.
I think.
All right.
I wanted to see, because since I was out here, I was going to see about making the black goo go away faster so nobody else gets touched by it, I guess.
Okay.
So would I also notice anything that's going on with what they're all doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Since you are chaperoning these dwarven soldiers.
I'm not chaperoning them anymore.
Okay.
I told
away
them
from
to
my
do
goo!
something. I told them to be useful, and then
Alright.
I put myself on the black goo stuff.
Since you're done chaperoning the dwarven soldiers, I would say that you would have known exactly, because you were up top, where the demonic spawnings would have happened. You also saw where a number of them were slain. So you're basically looking for 2 goo puddles per person, and I think there were 2, possibly 3 demons that were spawned that way. So you're looking for 6 puddles. One is on the other side, in town, because that's where it died. The other 5 would be out here.
Is it getting earlier in the morning? Because you said it was dark out and raining.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly when we
When's the
woke up
sun
to
coming
fight.
up?
Well, you guys were interrupted during a long rest. I'd say it's like 2 a.m.
Okay. All right.
If Shiima would like to make a perception or investigation check for like all of the piles.
Yeah, and I can just use like prestidigitation or something for a light source if I need to.
Of course. What did Kulkras roll?
27.
27? Yeah, you are able to find the.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're able to find that brain, no problem.
Just one away from a 28. Natural 20. Or 4 natural 20.
16.
16. Yeah, you managed to find the other 5 piles of goo. At least 3 of them are connected to corpses. So there's a lot of like busted chain mail, rendered flesh matter to sift through. But almost like inside of each of the gore piles, are like a little like ruptured sack almost of black inky incursion that rests within the three bodies, while also just is the blood of the demons that are dead. And by this point, these demons are quickly evaporating into nothing, but they are leaving behind a pile of demonic ichor in their wake.
I was gonna just sort of mess it up by mixing it with dirt or whatever and prestidigitation at the same time to make it disappear faster so nobody else touches it or anything.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check if you don't mind.
You bury it like a litter box, just kicking dirt over it.
Dexterity check.
Then she zooms away.
So it's just a dexterity modifier adding, right?
It is that time of night right now. Time for zoomies.
14.
14. Cool. You start shifting and mixing dirt and dirt, mud, and a little bit of like grainy sand, just to in like a wide area to try to dilute all of this. You realize that your prestidigitation is not working at all on the ichor itself. It seems that the ichor seems to resist rudimentary spell casting cleanups of that thing, of that nature. Also, it seems that the more it spreads, the more darker that it gets throughout. This substance does not seem to dilute as easily as one might imagine that they would. Go ahead and make a religion or arcana check.
Didn't we see in the past that this stuff kind of goes away on its own eventually?
This will be part of that check.
You said arcana or what?
Religion.
It's the same number either way. 15.
15. It has been spoken about in the past from either religious doctrine or looking at these entities from the lens of the arcane understanding that demons, whenever they are slain on the material realm, the land that they die on is usually cursed for like 100 years. Yeah, that's why having demons on the material plane is kind of a bad idea, because that's like a spot that other demons could potentially spawn out of. Now, killing one demon in one spot, it's like, okay, this is like the weakest part of the bubble. But if you have like 100 of them die on the same place, then potentially a demon lord can rise up and wreak havoc. Normally, these piles will like the ichor will dry up over time, but the land itself will still be cursed for X amount of years, unless a cleric or someone comes in and tries to purify these spaces. Which as you think of that, you do see that there are clerics about doing precisely that, trying to purify the land. So at the very least, incursions on the material realm will not occur. But the ichor itself, that's going to have to go away on its own.
Lessons.
Well, I guess since the clerics are taking care of it, I'll just wander looking for something else to do.
It is taking them time to do this. I will say it's not like a go away, go away.
It's their time, not mine. So
Yeah.
it's not my problem
Kulkras
anymore,
with
really.
a 22.
27.
27. You do find that brain. Do you pick it up?
Taste it.
I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna Reach in my bag and holding and take out a javelin and poke it with a non-sharp end.
All right, you.
Are you just holding it in your hand?
No, I found it. I'm just like.
Oh, you're just on the ground.
Yeah. It does.
I turn it over.
The brain is
What are you playing with over
squishy.
there?
It is squishy. It is non-responsive. You say you flip it over.
Flip it over.
You flip the brain over, and you do find like a metallic bolt, like 2 or 3 inches wide, sticking out the back end of what you would guess is the back end of the brain.
Shiima!
Yeah, I'm right here. What?
It's got something metal in its brain.
Well, that's not
As I
normal.
continue to poke it.
Stop poking it.
Unresponsive.
Kulkras, I'm helping.
You're gonna put more metal in its brain if you keep poking it.
Hold on, it might move again.
See, I saw it move while you're poking it. It's moving.
Say move!
I don't know what we're gonna do about this parade. Which body did it come from again?
It came
It
from,
came from Big Boss.
the big blue looks like a tiefling guy. Which Kulkras, go ahead and make a history check if you don't mind.
No. My favorite. I don't know why I went back to the page. I know I have a +0 in it.
Vaxxus, if you heard about a metal bit inside of a brain, would you have come back to see what's going on here, or would you continue to do what it is you want to
Are
do?
we all just standing up?
I rolled a 15. You tell me if I noticed anything unusual, because I mean,
Hey, there's a metal bit in a brain.
well,
Is that interesting to Vaxxus in any way?
Did he find enough
Okay.
bug to?
probably not. I would just think it's some kind of necromancy shenanigans, and I'm sure if they're staring there looking at it, they know as much as I do at this point.
Okay.
Yes, I have determined its source. Everything.
What did you roll?
18th.
18. You recognize this type of creature. This is known as a ogre mage, also known as an oni. Basically, an ogre, a giant kin-esque that has some degree of magic. It can shapeshift, it can fly, it can cast Cone of Cold. It's generally just considered like a people eater, and they do not care about morality at all.
Does it have one eye?
They have 2 eyes.
Can't be a one-eyed purple people.
Oh my god.
It's blue too, so
It's 2 strikes against it.
you're reaching.
It's a blue people eater. But yeah,
Can I point out, like, I've heard of the mage school messing with people's brains and altering them, but this is different, I think.
It's a bit small for an ogre. I say out loud.
I'm already walking back inside the fort, so I'm probably not hearing any of this. I'm sure Orlin's still around the area, though.
But you said ogre, right?
yeah.
Can I do some kind of history check?
Yeah, you could do history, arcana. You could try to cast identify if you want.
I can't do that right now, I don't think. I don't have that ready. Oh, wait, no, I do. Wait, I forgot. I can identify on a brain.
Or the metal inside of it, your choice.
Yeah, good.
I
This
mean, I
guy's-
can do both.
You
I'm
can do
gonna do
both.
a history check because I got smarter overnight.
Absolutely.
This guy's
We all love they
Suddenly I know
leveled
calculus.
up, so
So
technically
I
true.
roll an advantage, right?
You
For my
know.
history? What?
Since you
Is that-
are casting identify, sure, I will allow you to
Well, no,
consider.
I was gonna do history alone and then identify.
your advantage. Your
Because I have
advantage is
expertise
you have
in
extra.
history.
You have expertise in history.
Expertise
Okay, that
doubles the-
means that you just add more to the modifier.
You double your
okay, so it's
proficiency
not
bonus.
advantage, it's just that thing doubled.
That might be the best line
Yeah.
the whole episode. I got smarter with that.
I keep rolling 8s and 9s. But I add 11 now, so it's 19.
Ooh, 19's pretty good.
For just the plain history check. I'll also do identify separately.
Crazy.
Okay. Immediately, nothing comes to mind about the like. There are spells that have names like Mind Spike or Mind Sliver that deals psionic damage. This is a physical bolt that exists in the brain of this creature.
But I could also, I'll do identify on the bolt as well. To get information from that.
To the best of your knowledge, it's not you can't imagine any sanctified practice that or reasoning that this would have. However, I will say
this is sanctified at all.
I will say with a history check of 19, the metal itself does look a little familiar to you, but you can't quite put your finger on it. As you go to cast Identify, the brain, not much to tell about the brain other than it is the dead brain of an undead Oni, the ogre mage. So when this thing was fighting you guys, it was considered undead. Then you move to identify the bolt in its brain. Couple of weird things. Well, first I would like for you to make an Arcana check, and I'll say at advantage.
And like when I'm identifying it, as I'm like tapping it with various things.
Yep, that's fine. All right.
I rolled 2 19s.
Holy cow.
Arcana check.
Yeah.
Whatever 19 plus 7 is 26.
26.
26.
So, as you're testing the harmonics of different objects on this bolt, you do see like weird flashes in your mind of the nature of this bolt. This bolt, this cranial bolt, isn't a named magic item. Like this doesn't exist normally. This was probably homemade, but
does it look like it was just a bolt?
It looks like
somebody made it magical somehow.
More or less. It's less about the bolt. It's more about the material that the bolt is made out of, and you realize that material is very similar. Actually, no, it is. From the meteor that housed the Void Mind. This is Far Realm metal, but it is very old and corroded looking.
It's gonna be our end game gear is just all this fancy metal from outer space.
I mean, I think it'd be worse than what Orlin has currently, to be honest.
And then how
No, just transfer the stats over.
Should I try to distract it maybe? Can I...
Chainsaw
Well,
swords for everybody.
let me finish the rest of what you
yellow
learn.
for the fist.
Like I said, this bolt, it doesn't have a name, but you do understand its function. This bolt, when applied to an undead creature, will allow a spellcaster to basically cast a modified version of Control Undead, but from a very remote point of view. Like the caster is embodying the undead creature for as long as they need to, or as long as the undead creature remains alive. The size of the material, and with a very high roll of an Arcana check, the range of this could be anywhere in Arcala. Presumably, as long as they have a high vantage point to send this signal out. So someone in Arcana was controlling this, Arcala was controlling this creature remotely. For what purpose, you do not know.
It was you!
But the runes on this bolt, even though
There was runes the whole time?
there are some
mention
runes. There are some runes on this bolt. You don't see them because they're being blocked by the brain, but through the identify and the weird flashes, you kind of see that there are runes carved along the bolt.
Like I said, I would like to take the bolt out.
Okay.
And then if I eventually see runes, I could do things
It
like
is
that
safe
too.
enough to extract the bolt from the brain
I
flash.
have like Tinker's tools and stuff. I can
On top
laser
of
it out or something.
on top of being undead, now he has a screw loose too.
How big is it?
Keeps getting worse and worse.
Like if a brain's like that, how big is the bolt?
Well, if it's the creature is slightly
Bolt player.
larger, so I would say the
So
bolt.
the brain's like that. Okay.
Uh,
so
Is it bigger than a bread box?
I would say.
banana for scale? How
I
big
would
is
say it's 1/8 smaller than a bread box. That mini nuke behind you is probably comparable.
Good lord.
That's bigger than a
Sure.
bread box.
it? How
Yeah,
big is the brain? Oh, that's the brain.
that's the brain.
Oh, like how
thought
big
you
is
meant
this
the
bread
bolt. So
box?
how's the bolt then?
Oh, the bolt.
Yeah, how big is the bolt?
For that,
Like,
I would say the green lighter.
Just the shaft of the
just the
lighter?
green part.
Yeah. Well, the entire length.
Whole thing?
If you want to hold it up to the camera for our audience to be like, that's how long the bolt
But,
is.
I have extracted the bolts.
I'm doing a
And-
QVC commercial.
Let me think.
Order today.
The bolt creates fire.
No!
Ah!
We're not in church for that.
Vaxxus immediately freaks out.
The from the other side of the wall.
That's me holding the bolt,
I'll just blast.
and like prestidigitation, a little bit of fire on the end of it.
My fire senses are tingling.
Okay,
The,
so
uh,
if it has runes on it, which I probably noticed now.
The bolt itself is made out of far realm metal, but the runes are necromantic in nature.
Let's see, hold on. That was that's spoken stuff. I had a thing for written.
Swear to God, I had something for this.
Thing for runes.
Comprehend languages.
No, that's only for hearing
Spoken,
language. Yeah. It was. It might be the thing I'm not attuned to right now.
While this is happening, I want to look over the Oni and the pack leader to see if they have anything interesting.
Sure. Make an investigation or perception check.
That's
Okay, I
actually
don't
the
have the thing.
the
for-
200 IQ play looking for loot because we did not do that.
Dirty 20 again.
Hey,
Dirty 20.
Perception is what matters.
Forgot the name of the other spell for reading.
Comprehend language.
No, it's the other one for reading anything.
there's an invocation for warlocks, but I don't know what it's called.
I will say
I'll
you
look it
would know that runes like this are more like
It's like Eyes of the Runekeeper or something.
magic script. Though, like those types of deciphering, like those spells don't apply to that. But you, as a spellcaster, you know that these are like
So
the
I just know that it's a magic spell script, basically.
yeah. This is
No,
yeah.
that it's literally comprehend languages. You understand the literary meaning of any spoken word
That's
that
only
you hear.
spoken word.
You also understand any written language that you see.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Okay, I thought it was one of them. It's all
Yeah, I
one.
thought,
No,
there was another one that was specifically
Tongues for speaking only.
Oh, okay.
No, I think there's
There is our Eyes of the Runekeeper
Warlock
invocation. Invocation, which allows you to perceive.
there might be
all-
something I
all
read in
text.
my extra spell book from Cobalt.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
But you are
Yeah.
able to decipher that yes, these are runes that confirm the theory. If you didn't have identify that, like, yes, these runes basically mean the spellcaster can project their mind into the body of this undead vessel and control it therein. Yada yada. So that's what you find. Orlin, we'll get back to this. Orlin, you
But
find
immediately acknowledged and would be like, we'll get right back to you.
you find a number of ramshackled bows, really shoddy leather armre.
Nice.
Not like the
Are they
Onis.
ribbon bows or lace bows?
Lace. The Oni's weapon is considered too large for any normal-sized mortal to wield.
Quit
but,
fucking watch me.
Quit
Is it too large for the bag of holding?
it is not.
Is it too large for the monkey?
Yo, that could be like a secret weapon. Like Shiima just pulls it out of the bag and then Kulkras grabs it.
See, we could literally be the meme, and then someone gave the monkey a gun.
Well, you have a bag holding too, don't you?
Yeah, could we?
It would disappear in my pocket.
Yeah, could we petition someone to make a comically sized blunderbuss and then give it to Kulkras when he transforms?
That's right.
Is the Oni's weapon made out of the same type of metal as the bolt?
It is not. It looks like this is that the weapon was cobbled together with various metals and ores from the Dolana mountain range, forged into a weapon. I will say it is a +1 glaive, but it's still too big for a medium-sized creature to wield. If I'm not mistaken, if this wants to load, I believe that creature is considered large. So if you can put yourself to size large, yeah, it is large, then you could basically get, alright, it is a glaive, which basically deals 2d10 slashing damage.
I mean, if
With a
I
reach of 10
if I
feet.
can make you the enlarged potions, then you can use this.
Carried around. What about the
Coward.
the pack leader's whip thing? I know you said it had glaive stats, but doesn't seem to be magic at all.
I will say, yeah, it's essentially a +1 whip.
+1 whip, or I think you said it had the glaive stats.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll just call it a shirt.
The whip would actually
All
be
that time when I
convenient,
said it has a whip, it's got a glaive.
Yeah, that's
Well, someone had a glaive. That's
Well, but apparently the Oni had a glaive too.
Oh.
But the mini had a whip, so I was
Gotcha.
just going with that.
Hey, cool whip.
Whip.
I'll take the glaive. I don't know if I needed the.
All right. Vaxxus, you saunter your way back on the inside of the space. You watch as your father, Valen, and Phalanis are making their way out, but they stop to greet you.
I was gonna bring back up that roll you had me make for the, I think it was the history check, and I got a 22. I don't know if you're gonna address that later on or when.
Because I have not forgotten, and I'm still holding on to.
Okay,
to
no
that.
problem.
At this point, I would say Vaxxus is still thinking about it.
Okay, but continue. Sorry.
Your father rolls up first. My boy, you're safe.
Yes, these neighbors are really loud and noisy. We had to shut them up, so you know how it goes.
Valen speaks up. Well, Kenelder Keep is certainly in better hands now that the Fist has taken care of these interlopers.
Yes, quite. Could you do me a favor? Sit still for a second.
And I'm gonna start putting my hands over his face to see if he's real.
You do so. He's real. As what are you doing? Is this really necessary?
Absolutely. Stop squirming.
No.
All right, fine.
Do you want to make a check of any kind? I'll let you do it at advantage.
Sure. I'll do a
Medicine, perception, investigation. Your choice.
investigation check. I think he's some kind of shapeshifter or something.
Everyone's a shapeshifter.
18.
No, just 8. 18.
He's like, yes, 18. Damn it.
Most shit.
Look at these gold teeth in here.
Interesting enough, you know a little bit about shapeshifters because there are some wandering around Devil's Reach. A lot of their shape-shifting capabilities is only on the outside. Very few shapeshifters will change their back molars, their tongue, or the back of their throat. Because sometimes they just have odd, weird discolorations, or if they're shape changing, it's creating a new mini without painting the back of the throat, so it'll just look white or gray because they didn't have to think about it.
Hey,
this guy has a palate.
Oh.
Yeah, he is not a shape changer as far as you can tell.
right, I just had a weird thought. Sorry, you have to excuse me.
I will say with that, you do notice that his left eye is false. He has a glass eye.
If you don't mind me asking, maybe you do, but I'm going to ask anyway. What happened here?
You're okay tapping on the glass.
I spin it around like a ball.
Please, I need that back in my head.
I'll come on soon.
He never said he unplugged it. He just said he spun it around. He didn't say,
I tried to provide service to the wrong sort of individual, and having my eye plucked out was my reward for doing such a thing. But I'm not going to let such a meager loss stop me from spreading the words of my dear lady, the fuck, what is her name?
wait, fuck, oh shit.
Ioun, the knowing
Lady fuck, what's
mistress.
her name?
Oh, that's very big of you to move past that little misunderstanding, it sounds like.
Make an insight check.
Wait, so he just inferred that Ioun took his eye?
No, he inferred that he was providing service to like a hooligan, and you know, like maybe the hooligan didn't like being preached at, so he took the guy's eyeball.
Oh, so he was preaching about Ioun?
But his faith, but his faith fills him up, and he's not like, yeah, I got shanked by a homeless dude, but I'm still gonna preach. That's his mentality.
He should have
You
been
all ready
filled-
for this?
Ready for that 5? Ready for that bean?
Yeah, that being.
He should have been filled with democracy. That's what it is.
Natural 1 should have been
We've
filled with
come here to
democracy.
spread democracy. I think that's what they were doing. That's why they were knocking so loud at the gate. We're here to spread democracy.
Yeah, this man has that weird level of unshakable faith that you hear about, but it's weird to see it up close. Like, man, you lost an eye and you're still preaching? Okay, that your life, not mine.
Yeah, you're a better man than me. I probably would have at least taken a couple of his fingers.
Well, you know, an eye for an eye, yada yada. Leaves everyone blind.
I
You think on that.
Yeah, that one's the new one to me, but
The
okay.
other guy is blind too. So.
Anywho, my companion and myself and your father, if he's up for it, we were going to offer services and prayers for those who were lost, and to offer guidance and counsel in these trying times. As I have been led to understand that several dwarves unfortunately lost their lives in this incident.
That is very kind of you. I also think you should give your thoughts and prayers to the half-naked man out there in his underwear. He's the one with the cat. I think he's a little dazed and confused. He could use some consoling, I think.
I was like, I had my pants on.
Did that cat always have 2 heads? I seem to remember seeing it just last night. It only had 1.
I think it could use all the prayers it can get.
I think
This
it
sounds
needs a
dire.
cleansing.
Finalis, bring out the good incense. And
They smash a warbot.
they make their way out. Your dad gives you another hug. It's good to see that you made it out there, son.
Yes, we're fine, and maybe you should just try to relax and take it easy. Perhaps go back to sleep. It's a lot more tame out here now. Nothing to worry about.
These people need guidance. They need comfort and assurances. Like, sure, like you were out there. Were those soldiers prepared? Like, did they seem like they were ready for what happened?
Sure, but they weren't ready for what happened afterwards. That's why I was going to give them a little talking to. You don't need to do it. I kind of have something prepared.
Well, how about this? I will do a little bit of my thing while you prepare getting ready for your thing. How about that?
Okay, I think once you hear me starting, you might want to close your ears because you might not like what you hear.
Okay. Well, what do you have in mind?
You'll hear me probably. We'll leave it at that.
I don't know him.
Literally his son. I don't know. Best of luck with whatever it is you're doing. I know you like to put on a spectacle. Just try not to go too overboard. Emphasis on try.
Vaxxus, make me.
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Your father gets an all too familiar, worried look in his face,
Wait,
and he
rolling
just
for
smiles
deception?
and nods.
Yes, sure.
I was rolling to make up my mind.
Your father walks towards the gate, but he doesn't really cross the threshold. He's waiting to see what it is you're gonna do. So what you gotta do?
I'm looking for wherever that one dude I knocked over the inside of the wall landed at, because the guards on the inside had to take care of it for a little bit.
Yeah,
the other ogre.
There's three dudes, three dwarven dudes guarding the corpse of the demon that I believe was thrown over. The demon is slowly starting to dissolve. That's going on. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna walk over and go, well. It seems all of you have some very nasty habits around here. Would you like to explain yourselves?
What is it that you're talking about?
Well, I'm sure you've never heard of this thing called incursion.
It just automatically echoes.
Should. Well, yes, we've heard about it. We have rules here against it.
And it looks like you're all following them, obviously.
Are you trying to insinuate something?
Yes, I think all of you are on it, or most of you at least.
You see these three
Visit the Scott.
dwarven guards are not too pleased about having their honor insulted in such a way. Why don't you come down here and say that?
What do you mean? What, do you want me to bend over because you're short? Is that what you're saying?
He's already on their level.
Yeah, it'll make it easier for me to kick you in your lying jaw.
So you're telling me you've never seen this happen before?
No, we haven't seen this happen before.
Did you know who the guards were that went outside? They're not none of your acquaintances, none of your friends, your family.
Some of them are our third cousins, twice removed, yes. A lot of them are new recruits. They still have all of the orange on their chainmail.
All right, fine. You keep playing coy, thinking you don't know anything that's going on, and you keep drinking this shit, and it's going to keep tainting your souls and damning them, and you're going to end up like this one here.
Make a persuasion check. Or a performance check.
Yeah, was one of the ones that you knocked over? Oh yeah, because you knocked a demon over.
Yeah, it was one of the dwarves that got annihilated on the wall or whatever. I think it was one of the sorcerers. I guess persuasion check?
Yeah.
It could have been better, could have been worse. 12?
12. You feel that that this message of say no to incursion, the beginnings of Vaxxus's say no to incursion campaign is starting. At the very least, you've given them something to think about.
If you need more proof, you can look outside and see the two-headed dog out there. Maybe you'd like a second head, or maybe 3 asses. I don't know.
One Gajor says, I kind of like the idea of a two-headed dog. That actually sounds fun.
Would you like
What's the pettance?
Would you like your feet for hands? Would you like arms that are 12 feet long and look like snakes?
Would you care for the diabetes?
Okay,
some pervert in the background, like 3 asses. What?
Noodle arms.
So this goes on. Vaxxus is full full on preaching the damning, soul crushing idea of incursion to these dwarves. Your father looks on and he's kind of impressed. He's kind of proud. He's like, wow, my son preaching? Who would have known? Like, sure, it's from a stance of like common sense, but like, hey, baby steps.
Can I do an insight check and see if he actually means it?
As you take a big,
Or
as you
if he's
big,
just saying it to seem like,
to be an ass.
like he believes that.
as you take a big
make-
inhale of vigor salts.
Shiima, make an insight check. Vaxxus, make a persuasion or deception.
I mean,
Your
I'm
choice.
being honest. I'm not trying to hide anything.
All right,
Vex is like more incursion for me.
Lejiro?
A natural 20.
Yeah.
I
He
know
seems.
everything that you're talking about.
Yeah, Vaxxus seems to be on board. He thinks that incursion is. Well, you explain it. Sorry.
Okay, no, I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just saying if this is how they want their lives to end, chugging this black tar.
I wasn't sure if you meant it or if you were
Oh,
being like
yeah.
sarcastic or something like
No,
that.
he was actually meaning it this time,
Okay.
for a change. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the conversation, I guess, and say, well, if you don't believe me that your relatives were on it, think to yourself, how many of the people out there dying were dwarven guards? All right, I mean, where do you think these things came from?
One guy shows up in like a blue button-up vest. Hi there. I'm actually with Ink Trace. We are a non-government organization. We are tracking the effects of incursion on people because this thing that this substance is we're running rampant all over our Kala. We are trying to vote against it and trying to get the substance banned. Would you mind just answering a few quick questions on what you saw?
Press X to doubt.
What I saw is this rotting corpse here trying to kill everyone. I think that speaks for itself.
You see that the guy writes a little bit of notes. Okay, fine. Would you mind coming this way? Well, we just have a.
I do. I'm going back to bed. Piss off.
I am.
All right, nice talking to you. I think I made a friend.
I think he's trying to kidnap you.
I think you should really come with. Make a wisdom saving throw. At disadvantage.
What the okay.
Warlock's getting kidnapped.
Well, in the meantime, I want to do some type of check to see what clan or what type of ogre this was.
Absolutely. Make
Does he seem to be
history.
casting a spell?
See, I was going to say if it was
History
medicine.
or nature check.
Oh, I wonder if it was.
The banners were spine blader.
14
Since he was
actually. Not
undead.
bad.
14. You are charmed by this individual, and
You better hope he's not around by the time it wears off.
it lasts an hour.
Oh
An
my
hour?
goodness.
Charm person.
You said nature or what?
History. As
They are both terrible.
and this individual escorts you to the tent.
Tracks.
Hold on. Yeah, this man escorts you to the tent of.
Do you have
Well,
counters
of-
like that or something?
He's out of spell slots.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, the DM is technically correct.
This man escorts you to the tent of Lucky Starkhair's winery.
Is that the Wabbits?
That's the Wabbits.
Oh boy. So was
Kulkras.
I talking to a Wabbit man?
In disguise.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right. Go ahead. Back to
4. 40. Nice. Well.
Unless I get advantage because he's my mortal enemy because of an ogre.
Honestly, you look at the physicalities of multiple of the ogres and the gnolls. They all seem to be pretty spread out. You can typically tell where like these larger giantkin creatures come from by the pelts that they sport.
But they're just all over the place.
They're kind of all over the place. Some are from like the lower lands that are like hills and forests. Others do seem to hail from mountains. From mountains. Some of the gnolls look like they sport a lot of like netting and like fish pelts, if that makes sense. So they're kind of like an amalgamation of all over.
Or these things come from all over. Those are from different tribes. This one's wearing fish. This one's wearing nets. That one's wearing fish nets. Weirdos.
I can't do the noise good.
What is Orlin up to?
I'm going to talk to the dwarf captain.
Alright, the dwarf knight captain walks up.
Dude, you want to go get pedicures?
He is not holding his. He's not holding his weapon. In fact, he has that thing where it's like, I don't quite know what to do with my hands.
Damn it, I have an itch.
Hail. Sorry, I didn't get your name out there on the battlefield.
Count Orlin Trinette of the Fist.
Pleasure to meet you, Count Orlin Trinette of the Fist. I am Knight Captain Trudge Cliffrunner. I'd shake your hand, but I feel I might take it with me.
That's fine. We've had some weird days, but I've had those dagger claws before, and they were pretty functional for me.
I see.
What's his name? Trudge what?
Trudge Cliffrunner.
He trudges cliffs
Very quickly.
as he runs up them.
I don't know if you guys have any use for it in your militia. I don't know what kind of soldiers you have, but we don't really have a purpose for this giant glaive here, and it is a magic item. You're welcome to add it to your armory.
Most likely we'll smelt it down and make a handful of other battle axes and whatnot for the new recruits. Probably some new chain link metal. Dwarves are good at repurposing other metals and materials, but thank you for the concern, Count.
I'm sorry about the loss of your men. They fought well.
As am I, and I'm also ashamed to see that this incursion business has run rampant right under my own nose. Shameful indeed. I just hope that their souls find mercy in Morden's forge, if they make it there.
We seem to be encountering it everywhere east of here that we've gone.
I've heard tale that incursion has run rampant all over Arcala. It's been going on for the past several years, and it's one of the few substance that isn't on the official Terran Union ban list, though I will certainly advocate for its ban, especially after today. It's like spawning monsters upon death. That's the worst type, demons. Dark days indeed.
Indeed. Especially when they're mushroom demons.
I'm not gonna ask.
Do you need any more healing?
No. You have provided more than enough, and I thank you for that.
That'll teach you a furry bastard.
Obviously, I assume that the Fist would like some sort of compensation for dealing with this situation.
We just did what needed to be done, but if you did feel the need to throw something our way, I'm sure my companions would be happy about it, but don't feel obligated to.
I need an adult.
You are an adult.
I feel like I need some bananas, but
I'll talk to the. Tell you what, swing by the law hall tomorrow morning and speak with our sergeant, Sally High River, and she will inform you on if any compensation or thanks for the deeds of the Fist performed this night.
Honestly, we have some friendly competition going on around the country with some other rival mercenary groups, so recognition would be more important than a physical reward, I think.
We can make that happen. If dwarves are good at anything, it's repurposing metals and singing songs of and praises for anyone who will listen, and including those who don't want to listen. They will hear it.
Almost famous. Here we come.
Shiima, what are you up to?
Did I see Vaxxus wander off? Sounds right
I will say that all happened indoors. You were probably on the outside.
I mean, I did the inside check on him, so I was like nearby enough, right?
I would say no.
I think it's more or less
you were still
hearing
on.
me because it's kind of dark outside too.
It's dark. It is still storming and raining. That did not end with the battle. So I would
This is
say.
the first time you're saying it was storming and raining.
No, it's been storming and raining the whole
You
fight.
weren't here last
I
time.
wasn't here. How was I supposed
Okay,
to know
okay.
that?
Well, it's been storming and raining this whole time. I will say.
He was talking to them outside, right? And then they led him to some tent, right?
Right.
No, he was inside the gate.
He was
Yeah.
inside the gate and then led to some tent.
So when you weren't
were
here,
doing investigations on the brain, which was on the outside of the wall, not even in sight of the door going inside.
so what I did is I went to check on one of the demons because the episode you weren't here, I knocked one to the inside of the gate instead of the outside.
Yeah. But Shiima is free to do what they would like. If they would like to look for Vaxxus, you can do that.
I mean, I don't have anything else to do, so I'd have to see if I even notice if he's gone.
All right. Passing through the gate, you do see Kazul. He tips his hat to you. Mighty fine thanks for the help that you and the rest of the Fist provided in this fight. I know a lot of people might not say it yet, but Kenolder Keep stands because of the Fist. At least that's my take on the situation.
Yeah, it has a pretty good wall too. I don't think any of the walls fell.
Indeed. If there's three things that dwarves know how to do, it's tell tales, repurpose metal, and build walls.
Be funny.
That's the only way to keep this going.
It'd be funny if he just kept saying, "There's two things we're good at: repurposing metal." And just kept replacing the second one over and over.
And I don't know what's the sort of effect you're having on Vaxxus, but he seems to be good at public speaking a little bit more. He's certainly given some of these dwarves a thing or two to think about in the realm of incursion.
He's getting it from me.
I
Not
couldn't.
alcohol this time.
Not this time. Surprisingly, he didn't take us a single swig that whole time. Usually he
We've
gets
only been
parched
awake
and
for
he has
like
to
10
drink.
minutes. I think you're giving me a little bit too much credit.
He woke up drunk off his ass.
But I gotta ask because I see that you are an alchemist of sorts. Do you know anything about this incursion business? I have had to sit down on many a preaching and talking to of individuals who are trying to break the habit, or families that are concerned for the well-beings of others that are hooked on incursion.
Well, the thing, because I had the demon ichor stuff, that's what incursion was made with, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically all I learned about it so far.
So far, yeah.
So,
And that there's a Dender dude named the Manticore who is producing incursion somewhere around Magrush.
I thought it was Devil's Reach too. Or was that something else?
It's probably
Something else.
Probably like a distribution point.
Well, I'll tell him, like, so far what I've learned was about the demon ichor stuff, and it'll, like, transform you randomly. Could be good, could be bad.
Scary.
Yeah. I was actually trying to figure out if there's a way to make it just do the good transformations. Because then it'd be useful.
Jazz hands.
But other than that, yeah, I know it's addictive, and we've fought people before that have used it to... What happened? They got huge or something like that, I think. Yeah. So we've fought multiple people that have used it to their advantage, and I'm trying to figure out if we could make it an advantage as well. But it is still addictive, so I don't want it to be addictive.
Nor, I've heard many tales of religious parables and so on. Usually when there's too much of a good thing without a drawback, it is too much of a good thing, and the drawback is almost worth less than trudging on without it in the first place. If I wish you the best in trying to find the silver lining of this this blighted liquid, and I urge caution in your studies.
I've been cautious with it. I keep everything very careful and...
Very well.
Yeah.
I won't hold you up any longer, but thank you again. Gives you a pat on the arm and goes out to find his cleric friends who are preaching and praying over the dead and the fallen. Vaxxus.
That's me.
You are in a big, almost like a circus tent, but it's only like 30 feet by 10 feet wide.
Okay.
A handful of small bunk beds, a small setup kitchen, stovetop, that's a sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
3 other Harangon people, rabbit people. And the individual that you walked in drops their disguised self and turns into another Harangon.
I think the rest of them can
Vaxxus, why don't you take a seat?
Not like I can say no.
Not like you can say no.
Unless I can make more saves. I don't know how the spell works.
That fair. Wisdom saving throw does so at that advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If the saving throw fails, it is charmed by you until the spell ends.
Wait a minute.
You are not fighting it.
Okay, so I had to make the save at disadvantage, though?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
There's that's still in effect, it seems.
I would be the only one that knew that.
The child creature.
I feel like most of us should know that if there's a cold presence essentially over us forcing that.
I don't know what's causing it.
Yeah, I will say that that while he was casting the spell, you did feel like this weird cold presence inside of you.
Right now.
That's right. That's how we cut the glaive in half.
So he sits you down in the chair. Basically, I'll allow you to save again if they start acting hostile towards you. Right now, they're not. But
we love the crazy lady.
More or less. That being said, the charmed creature, you, regards this guy as a friendly acquaintance. So he's not gonna force you to do really fucked up shit, but it's like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. Come on by. And you're like, well, shit, I guess I gotta.
Well,
that's sort of the situation here. You can still question and ponder.
Oh, I understand. I just know my will's not necessarily my own, right?
It is definitely tilting influence on your will. That being said, he could still say something that could trigger you to be like, okay, a friend would not say this. A friend does not want me to do meth.
Now we know you love fire. Wait a goddamn minute.
You like fire, don't you, Vaxxus?
Yeah.
So I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'd say introductions are in order. My name is Larry of Larry Stark's Stark Hair Wines. Lucky Larry Stark Hair Wines. This is Lonella, Cilia, and Lucy. Lucy looks like a goth bunny who is like sharpening a dagger in
I
the
was gonna say she's
corner.
using a scroll to text. Whatever.
and
Get your fan art ready.
and through her emo swooshy bangs, she's just glaring at you. So I think we got off on the wrong foot and maybe said some things that you weren't really prepared for. I just want to try to put you at ease. This marriage thing that we're hearing about, not going to happen today, probably not going to happen tomorrow. We're just excited because Vesh has finally chosen another partner to settle down with. That partner seems to be you, and we're just so delighted to hear about it.
Another? How many does she have? This sounds exciting.
Oh, well, she usually kills
Cakes
all
and
of her
pies.
partners because, they only have so much love and blood to give. But,
Yay.
indeed.
Death by shoo-shoo.
But she's taken a lovely interest in you, and as followers of her, we're happy that she's happy. You see Lucy in the back. She's like, "Speak for yourself. I saw this guy hide during the entire battle. Vesh wants him. He's a coward. Now, Lucy."
Oh, she's lucky I don't have my mind. Okay.
It is not for us to discuss who our god wants to marry. If she sees something in Vaxxus, that's her prerogative, and we have to support her decision. Or we could just kill him, and maybe she'll be interested in the one who killed him. Please don't mind Lucy. She has a lot of love for our mistress of blood, and I hope you don't take it too personal.
Oh no, that's just kids. I understand. She's in a phase.
Yeah.
Very rebellious.
Now, I would like to point out that none of us wish you any harm, and we hope to just have a civil conversation. Is that all right with you, Vaxxus?
Oh, absolutely. That sounds just fantastic.
Glorious. He snaps his fingers, and charm person is dispelled.
I'm
What do
like-
you do?
I'm like, I'm trying to keep my same demeanor on because he dropped the spell, so I'm gonna try to hold it together. But I am just so angry right now.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Use the metal die.
Hey, it's my all or nothing die. I kind of like it sometimes. Not as high as my other stuff. But 11.
11?
Yeah.
I'll say 10 was the DC for this.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like smiling while getting a nail pulled out of your foot. Like, yeah, this is great.
I'll say my lips bleeding a little bit because I'm biting it a little bit while I'm smiling.
So, truth be told, we've heard tale of several of Vesh's would-be suitors fallen by yours or your group's own hand. There was York up in Benzer, Jacob and Boldor. Now that was a nasty piece of work. Vesh could have definitely done better than that fool. So yeah, I was just really excited to really get to know our the suitor of our goddess, and I just wanted to say hi and offer thanks and congratulations, and just wanted to hear your thoughts about your predicament in her world.
Well, I've come to really adore her, like her previous mates, it's just one of those, I don't know, she's just so compelling, it's hard to explain it.
Make a deception check, if you don't mind.
Fuck you, that'll die.
Are you being deceptive, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Vaxxus
I figured I
always-
should ask.
Balls. Really, really low. 12.
12.
Yes.
Charm person.
Now, I hope you don't mind if I say so, and we're all friends here. I don't think you believe that. I think you found yourself in this predicament and you're looking for a way out. This is a place of honesty. Honesty, yes, I charmed you to get you here, but
Yes, honesty. Continue.
I just want to know. Are you at all interested in being the next Baron of Blood?
Well, I've had a very complicated life, and I will say that I think Vesh took advantage of me when I was at my lowest. And
She knows that.
And I'm kind of wrestling with my own thoughts for a while, so I'm not sure if I can give you an honest answer, to be frank.
I told you he was lying. I told you he doesn't want no part of it. Now, Lucy, shut it. Lucy fails.
Gosh.
Looks like we're killing the wabbits.
It's a wabbit season again.
Rabbit season 2. Well, I understand if you're not on board. Like I said, it's not really for us to determine who our lady has hard eyes for, and until she says otherwise, we are to treat you like her honored guest, at least among our tent, unless we hear otherwise. That being said, if you are trying to sidestep what our little lady has for you, I honestly don't blame you. Like, I came from Dender. It used to be a paradise country. Then devils showed up. We had to escape on a boat with vampires. It was messed up. We've had to try a lot to survive out here. Arkala is a big place.
Did you say vampires? Did I hear that correct?
Oh yeah, vampires. Yeah, we can get back into that. It was actually probably because of them that got us so interested in blood and sanguination, exsanguination, and all of that.
Is that from Denda? Is that here? Would I have heard tales of vampires like in our section of Arcala?
Go make a history check, and then
There were vampires, there were wood.
And then Shiima, have you told the Fist what you know? Okay.
I've never mentioned vampires.
History, you say?
Yeah.
Well, we know demons are on your continent. right?
18.
18.
Yeah.
I never mentioned vampires.
You have heard tall tales of vampires. Like everyone has heard of vampires, like the boogeyman. As far as, hey, there is a vampire on this part of the continent, you haven't heard any solid concrete stuff. But there is a criminal element, like a band of bandits called the Skull Robbers. Some of them might be vampires.
I'm going to make a little note of that and continue. I'm listening.
They probably have a different name, but I'll get back to that. Actually, sorry, the Skull Snatchers is their name. We got into worshiping Vesh mostly just out of safety and security. Like, Arcala is very different from Dender. You guys have bandits. You guys have roaming monsters. It's a doozy out here. So we sort of flocked to Vesh mostly just as a means of self-preservation. And she asks a lot of us. Like we have blood orgies once a month. We try to sacrifice a wolf in her name as often as we can. I've done a lot of weird shit that I probably would not have done if I had left. So I'm just looking to stay on her good side, not a little bit too much. But Lucy here, she's a little infatuated with the bloodlust, let's say. So
I feel like he's making
her
this speech to you with a sweater vest on.
Oh, he is. Just a sweater vest and bare legs.
I need to take some notes from John and this guy, to be honest. Like I said, I'm a little jealous. But I'll say, no, I understand. She's just a little more zealous than maybe some of the other typical followers. And you know what? Maybe Vesh has taken a shine to me because I don't necessarily look for trouble. It just seems to find me, and then it dies after it does.
Whoa, you hear that, Lucy? Now don't you be trouble for this young man now.
But I wish you all the best. I'm sure you had to leave some very troubling times in Dender. I've heard some news here and there about it.
Well, it's good to know that other people at least know of our plight. That's certainly better than when we first got here. I will say this: if you are looking to leave the bride at the altar, so to speak, just be prepared for her wrath. That's all I'm saying.
I've heard many a tale. I would expect nothing less if it came to that.
Either way, hey, best of luck, and I really hate to leave you empty-handed. He produces a bottle of his finest wine.
Okay.
Lucky's red wine.
I'll add it to my inventory.
Go ahead and write 10 uses, because as a bottle, if you want to use it for healing, that's what it does.
Oh, okay.
With your Amulet of the Drunkard.
Well, this is very kind of you, and I would just leave you with a little friendly advice. If you want to chat next time, you don't need to charm me, you don't need to hide yourself. Maybe I came off a little rude, but I was just a little disgruntled today, all right?
Oh, that's quite all right. Also, good job with the creatures out back. You think that they would mind if we dragged one of the ogre corpses back here for a little late night fun?
Have at it. I'm sure no one else is making any use of it right now.
Glorious. Thanks again. Pleasure to meet one of Vesh's chosen that's still alive. Have a fantastic time.
You too, you and your family, and I'll just say it was nice meeting all of you, especially you, Lucy. And then I'm going to take her knife, and then I'm going to stab myself in the stomach, and I'm going to say, I'm not a coward. And I'm just going to walk out.
The dagger's still in your stomach?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about
You
stealing her dagger?
stole her dagger.
Yeah.
This is mine now.
I should be poisoned.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and you walk away with a +2 dagger.
Nice.
Gotcha.
She's sitting there, I can't believe he stabbed himself. Wait a minute, he took it.
She knows where to find me if she wants it back.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to see if I can get one of the rookie soldiers to guard me a robe or cloak or something, and then I'm going to help with the prayers over the dead bodies.
All right. Clothes. They.
Seems disrespectful he's standing there, my tidy whitey's doing the funeral rites.
I mean, we could join you in prayer if that in a
They start
manner.
disrobing.
Yeah, they took all that time to get dressed. Now they're
Go ahead and make a religion check.
This is how they do it in the royal courts.
Balls out for Bahamut. 16.
That almost
16.
that almost sounds like something.
16. You recite some prayers of the Everlight to the fallen, specifically those of who fell and were incurred, preaching the idea of salvation and basically turning your life around even at the very end. There is always the chance for redemption, even if you are this far gone. For those who and for the rest, you provide uplifting prayers of Bahamut for those who have fallen gloriously in battle, and that your actions will be remembered forevermore in various Hall of Heroes. And with a 16, you also recite a simple dwarven prayer that goes along the lines of "May your souls be forged anew in Moradin's hammer." By Moradin's hammer.
Actually, no Dwarvish too.
You deliver that in Dwarvis, and they seem to reciprocate and are like, "Wow, thanks, man."
Wow.
Wow. Vaxxus, as you leave Lucky Larry's tent, you see Shiima walking around.
talking to your dad. And
What
stuff.
you doing?
Kind of tilt my neck a little bit. And I just kind of walk by. I'm gonna make my way back to my quarters so I can go back to sleep.
All right. Shiima, do you still have that, what did you do with the bolts? Did you leave it out there? Are you pocketing it?
No, I took it.
Okay. I will say, just for story purposes, Vaxxus, you notice the strange piece of metal in Shima's hand.
Okay.
Do you make mention of it?
Is it something I've recognized or seen before, or just it's very odd, I guess?
I
It
got
looks
this
odd.
from that guy's brain.
He didn't care at that point. I think I was the only one who saw it.
Well, I mean, he saw me holding it, so I was just gonna
I guess I'll
tell
stop.
him I got it from him.
Yeah, I guess I'll stop and look at it. Man, you really like rooting around through things that are weird, but I'm not going to question it. Nice souvenir.
I mean, it was there. It's got magic stuff on it, so I need to decide what to do with it.
Vaxxus, as you look along this this piece of metal, that 22 Arcana check finally kicks in. You have
Gosh,
a vision of sorts, trying to understand the master that this undead entity served. A iron throne and maggoty horns. The maggoty horns bit, you have no idea, but you do have a flash, a vision of first back at the meteorite site. This giant half metal, half rocky cradle for the void mind, and you know that this isn't the first time that these meteors have shown up on Arkala. And then you just have a flash of one of these cradles, really old, really degraded, carved into a throne where someone sits upon it. And you kind of hazard a guess that this metal bit comes from that throne.
It's a carved out meteorite, you said?
Fighting Outpost Pride.
I may know where this comes from,
Yeah,
potentially.
it's from the meteor. Yeah, it
seems-
looks the same as the meteor. Yeah, I've been looking at it for a little bit.
Well, Miss Smarty Pants, fine.
Definitely from the meteor.
Definitely from a meteor.
Yeah, we missed you too, Shiima. Yeah, I know where it's from.
I was trying to decide if I wanted to break the rune or keep it working. Because if this goes into somebody's brain, they're controlled by whoever made the rune.
Well, you better not put it in me. I'm watching you. I see the nonsense you get into by ransacking graves and stealing mag powder.
You don't have a
I didn't
watch.
steal it, I found it. Okay.
Yes, we all found it, but that doesn't mean it was free.
I mean,
I like how he's blaming you and I'm the one carrying it.
Shiima, you
But-
notice that
but
there's
whatever,
a dagger
your
sticking
life
out
is
of
your
the
life. I'm gonna-
Vaxxus' side.
what happened?
It's a souvenir. What about it?
Who stabbed you?
Everyone's sitting there. None of those things were carrying daggers.
It was that weird creature he got me from earlier.
What weird creature?
The thing that I was talking to out in the field. The thing that attacked us on the wall. It's full of maggots and whatever other garbage.
The same creature you pulled the spike out of.
Oh, yeah, that thing. I'm gonna
Well,
go
we pulled
do
that out
an
of his
inside
brain.
check,
The brain
I
was
guess.
further away.
Can I do an inside check?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Vaxxus, how full of shit are you?
Ooh, good luck.
Yeah. I keep rolling, not that great. Only 12.
If you would like to substitute that for a medicine check, I would allow it.
Well, I mean, I want to know if he's lying about how he got stabbed.
Okay.
So.
12 versus.
26 for deception.
You've had that in you this whole time.
It's
Yeah.
been at least 15 minutes.
I mean, it's
It's a
a good
long
thing.
15
It's a
minutes.
good thing you didn't pull it out, because when you pull it out, that's when the bleeding starts. So.
Well, maybe I'll leave it in for a while, okay?
Go see one of the clerics real quick.
It's a painful reminder of all the mistakes I've made, alright?
I'm just shaking
Ooh,
my
deep.
head at him.
It's like she pulls out firebolt, or we could weld it shut.
Here, would you like me to cauterize your wound with some fire?
If you're so worried here, then just like take the dagger out.
No, don't take it out! I'm not a cleric.
Well, you can
Cast
just
heat metal on
Do I
the
even-
blade while it's
Do I even
inside.
have... I don't even know what.
you can just use some prestidigitation if you're worried about the mess. Just leave me alone.
Cast firebolt on his stomach to cauterize it.
Honestly.
Really gonna start freaking out then.
Oh, that feels better. That's weird.
I could just do like a cure wounds or something.
Okay.
Stop it from bleeding because you pulled the dagger out.
You pull out a handful of like like fast coagulant
7 healing.
material mixed with some magic dust and just press that into
Thank
the
you.
wound and he stops bleeding.
There, does that make you feel better, Shiima?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
What is everyone else doing? Or we can begin to close out for a long rest.
Once I'm done with the prayers and stuff, I'm going to get cleaned up and continue reading. I had done the potion of watchful rest. So.
That's right.
I appreciate your concern, Shiima, but
On the way back,
I have-
there's
You just
bananas
walk
hanging out
around
of
with
tape.
the dagger in you for that long.
Not a whole bushel, just one.
I like to think of it as a warning to someone who has any cheeky
I
ideas.
said if I find one on the way back.
And anyway, I have too many problems for you to worry about, trust me.
We all have problems. But now we have a no problem because we got this thing with the vault and somebody controlling and I don't know.
Well, it seems like you're all up to speed. I can't tell you anything you don't already know, so.
Of course she's up to speed. She has the zoomies. It's like
The name of the feast.
I am speed.
I'm going to go to bed. Why don't you tell Orlin what we're all thinking? Put some pants on!
I mean, I've been trying not to think about this. I've just been not looking at him. whole time.
Don't interrupt my reading at 2 a.m. then.
Oh, is that what you call it? Reading? Okay.
Oh god, I thought Salic had a morning voice.
It's not even morning yet.
On that note, the fists eventually make their way back to their rooms here at Sustoni's. Vaxxus retires underneath the bed, I assume.
Didn't we have separate rooms or something?
I believe you two shared a room.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I think it was 2 rooms,
Yeah,
2
so
and 2.
You were
No,
over
wait,
your bed, and
I had my own.
I got my own.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Whichever.
Double up.
Rooms are had. Reading is being done. Kulkras.
Did I find a banana?
You out here? No, you do not. There is strictly no vegetation around,
Blasted.
unless it is like imported or being sold.
I thought someone just might have left it out. I'm like, I'm taking this now.
Soggy from being in a rainstorm for hours.
Rear fruit.
It's fresh. It's kept it hydrated.
Kulkras, your dreams once again are begin with a just seeing the knowing mistress silhouetted in golden light, far away from you, but she simply regards you, regards your existence, regards who you are as a person. She does not communicate with you by way of words, but you do feel that she is asking you something. She's basically wanting to know you, to know who you are and what it is that you seek. Not from her, just what are you looking for? Who are you and what do you want?
Is that a question to answer now, or is that just a big thing to?
That is kind of like the question to answer now. Like a god, like you are in the presence of a goddess and outwardly spoken or otherwise. In this moment, you feel that she is asking you something, and you kind of guess that, like, well, in the moment, might as well attempt to respond. You can respond now, or you can just choose not to.
Well, I don't know if that was an open-ended thing, or if it was just like she's wanting to know you, and then the dream fades out.
Dream is still continuing, so I will leave that up to you.
I don't know how I would describe that then, with all the boons we've received and whatnot. It would essentially be the knowledge to defend the people around me. She didn't ask a question, so I don't know how I'm going to answer a question that's not asked.
All right. A question now is posed to you. No, cat. It's not a question, just cat.
Cat wanted to jump
Are
on
you
the
a
table.
cat?
She holds up a cat.
Just cat.
What are you ashamed of?
You can have him roll, so he keeps having to spell his guns.
I will probably say Kulkras at this point is most ashamed of losing control and choking the stabber out instead of just ending him.
Alright. You go ahead and make a religion check.
My other favorite. I gotta get back to my stats. I was writing notes. Oh no, why is Dimension Door up? I poured on this conversation.
Man, next level tactics.
Dimension door away from a goddess.
She's sitting there.
What the?
How dare you?
Wait, spells work in dreams?
Talks to some of her messengers or something. He's a barbarian. I didn't think you could do that.
This is bullshit. 12.
12.
I was talking and then he just left.
You feel a connection growing with the knowing mistress. It's not as you don't feel that growth is as strong now as it was the first time you encountered her, but
Was
you
it the
feel
awkward wave? Was that it?
it might have been the awkward wave. Could have been something unrelated, but you feel that a relationship is continuing to grow. However, you will not benefit from the bless spell the next day.
Wait, what's with the maggots? It just fades out.
Vaxxus, you are still carrying all 12 of those different necklaces as you were last night.
I think I gave some to.
You did, but this long rest, you wore all 12 and were visited by all 12.
Oh yeah, I'm still wearing that. You're right. Go ahead.
Okay, that happens again. This is the first time that you are seeing this, and you see that all of these entities regard you.
I gotta stop wearing this crap to bed.
They regard you and are just interested in your existence. I would like for you to make a perception check and then a religion check.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what my religion is. Hold on. Okay. Perception is 11.
Intelligence based.
And religion, I got a 23 actually.
23?
Yeah.
You feel a resounding acceptance, not just from one, but from all 12 of these deities. Even though you do not feel that you are beholden to any one of them here,
Teacher's pet.
they all seem to like you enough to bestow upon you a boon. After this long rest, you will be blessed for the entire day.
Wow. That's what, 1d4 to checks and
Attacks and saves.
Attacks and saves, not checks.
I always get it mixed up. Thank you. Okay.
Shiima. While you dream, are you still attuned to the Voyager staff?
No,
No? Okay.
because I changed some attunements. So
Gotcha.
not really.
While no longer attuned to the Voyager staff, you still have Far Realm related dreams, at least tonight. You feel that interacting with this older Far Realm metal and just the resurfacing thoughts of Far Realm shenanigans is enough to influence this current dream that you're having. And I would say that Shiima is aware of this. In their dream, what would Shiima like to do? As
Like-
just like visions of like all of the Far Realm stuff that Shiima has dealt with, just
Like, as in just the void mind?
the Void Mind, the meteor in the cave, the creatures that came out of it, using
And I
the
know
Voyager
about
staff.
the other meteors as well.
Hmm?
I know about the other meteors as well.
You-
the other
knowledge
kinds.
of the other
Yeah.
meteors, yeah. Is there anything that Shiima would like to do in this space? To control, to influence?
I mean, I'd like to see where the other meteors landed. So if there was a way to, like, I don't know, fly through space or something like that.
Okay.
From, I guess, where the Arcala meteor would be to where the other meteors might be, if I could find their location or something.
Okay. Make, I would say, an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Dang.
You get nothing!
All right. So, for a grand total of
You said Arcana?
Arcana,
27.
You know how much infinity equals?
You really do.
I'm flying.
So, immediately you get the sense that that these meteors are part of some sort of weird cycle that goes on with the Far Realm. Every couple hundred years, the Far Realm will spit out a handful of these meteors to Arcala, which will seed creatures that will...
They went to other continents too, not just Arcala.
Correct. To seed Far Realm creatures to sort of herald the emergence of like the Far Realm's chosen, which you know after interfacing with Rico's Skylar that they're like this current cycle's chosen. It's probably Vaxxus. What purpose? You're not sure, but these meteors do occur every 250 years or so. And with a natural 20, you see that these meteors have been sent to Arcala, to Terra in the past, and will continue to send them in the future, no matter what state the planet is actually in. It could be bone wasteland, and the Far Realm will still send meteors here. With a natural 20, I will ask you, which meteor would you like to know the location of?
Because there was what,
There was
3?
one on the Elf continent, and where's the other one again? Was it? It wasn't Dender, I know that.
There was what, 3, and we
Yeah,
found
there's
1,
3,
right?
Yeah.
Let me...
I probably have it in my notes somewhere, but I don't remember where.
I gotta find the notes
I
for
don't know what
this.
I would have typed.
Over here with his fancy tracker of notes.
Meteor tracker.
I don't think I have it in these notes.
Okay, so while you think about the locations of the meteors of this cycle here and on Terra, you remember parts of the prophecy that Rico Skylar had written down as per one of the other care weavers of the Cerulean Trove. Lore Weaver Peterson Hectors. He spent some time with a group of tribes that worships Far Realm entities as if they were gods of the stars, star gods. And part of the prophecy was the pale shadow stalks and sings beneath the echoes of dark roots, which you believe is the meteor of Boldor, which is where you found it. The next 2 parts of this prophecy goes within the pool cradled by rock and ice. And the third, a hidden where true is false and false is true.
Shauna Lauren Eastburg.
Oh, was it?
Yes. You know
I
that
thought it wasn't.
it's on those 2 continents,
Yeah.
but you're not sure where in the continents. But with that natural 20, I will allow you to learn or to discern the exact location of one of these.
Well, I probably want to learn the Shauna War one because that's where also the Dragon Crusade thing is happening. So that could tie into that somehow or make it worse or be some other kind of issue.
Okay. Let me pull up the map of Shauna Lore.
The map.
I don't have a Shauna Lore map printed yet, but I soon will. Your vision is actually following from the point of view of the meteor itself, hurtling through space, going towards this circular landmass that is Shauna Lore. this beautiful, lush, verdant landscape with a large swath of mountains separating the north and south of this continent. And you watch as this meteor pulls ever eastward, and you see glimpses of a large spiraling tower, a mage tower, a place where it is hidden, where true is false and false is true. And you know that, it's crashed outside of the illusion tower of mages, where false is true and true is false. And you see, with that natural 20, you see that this void mine has grown. You only see flashes of it, but its arms are so large that they jut out like the highest point of the tower. Its heads snake out and eat deer and
in the tower?
It looks to be in the tower.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just near the tower. Okay. In the tower.
You see that the meteor itself probably landed outside of the tower. Actually, go ahead and make a history check.
$18.
18. A lot of... Alright, so the Illusion Tower and Transmutation Tower of Shan Nalor was abandoned by the Arcane Imperium whenever the first dragon showed back up to wreck Arasa Lorn. And the meteors showed up after the dragons did. So it's presumed that the void mine crashed near the illusion tower, made home in the illusion tower because it was abandoned, and has been consuming whatever gets close to it for ever since then, and is probably engorging on the natural magics of the illusion tower, whatever they might be. And we're gonna do just roll a d20 for me. 17. You do not feel in this weird space. You do not feel the gaze of the void mind being looked upon by you. So that's a good thing. However, that is all that you see whenever the dream pulls out and knowledge is learned. While the rest of the Fits beds down for the night and finish their long rest, some do not bed down, they continue to read. That is where we will take a break.
Ooh.
So, enjoy these announcements and we'll be right back.
Woo! Excitement.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast program to bring you these interdimensional announcements from the Underground Initiative. We would like to offer our thanks to the people and organizations that help make the Underground Initiative what it is today. Some of the music you're hearing in the background comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. These horror music pioneers can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or at their website at midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 works of musical genius, most of which he's made available for others to use using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. His work can be viewed on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal music on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. Various artists and animators were vital in bringing the Underground Initiative to life. We would like to thank Edvartico, who can be found at twitter.com/Edvartico. Sunzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sunzaki Kojika and CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
And we're back.
Are we?
I hope so.
We'll
It
stop.
would be really awkward if we weren't.
We'll stop leaving.
I would never leave our viewers.
If only he was here on time.
So, it is the next day. A long rest has completed. Orlin, as you are reading, you watch as the sun rises ever so slowly over the next several hours. Is Orlin the kind of guy who would like try to catch the sun as he's reading so that he doesn't have to waste a candle?
Owen's rich. He don't get no fucks.
He's doing whatever he can to read right now, so I guess, because he's not as used to being studious with books, so.
Saoirse is still lazing. One head yawns while the other one sleeps. Only one of their noses itch the entire night. It's kind of weird. It's the original head, maybe. You don't know. Shiima, as you come to consciousness, a lot of weird information comes to you over the course of the next handful of minutes, just like processing what the fuck has been going on these past few days. A while ago, you asked if there was a check that you wanted to make on the identity of the mummy at the pyramid that you guys summoned. At the time, I was like, no, there's no way. Now, Shiima has learned some weird stuff. So I would like to give Shiima the opportunity to make a history check. And I will say at advantage, and I will say why.
Okay.
Okay, so that one was 16.
17?
17. Okay.
Wait, no,
Um,
sorry, I can't do math. 16 plus 11. Sorry.
27.
27.
Ooh,
Big
I
difference.
forgot. I forgot to add the wood.
To be fair, that is a big difference.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah,
What?
Other one.
doing math by hand back in school is kind of suck because you're like, all right, I carried over,
I
carried
mean,
over.
I'm better at writing it out so that I can actually see it all.
It took
I'm
me
not
so
good at- I'm not good at
long
math
to
in my head.
memorize my multiplication table. I still had problems with 7s and 9s.
7.
With a 27 history check. You recall that the pyramid itself was Dender in nature and its design. Even the script on the walls was in Dender. And then you start to look through the resources and connections that you have through Dender, and at the bottom of your pack you find one of the books that you bought very early on in the campaign, the Sands of Time, which is like
I probably have that written down.
it's like a historical primer of Dender and its rulers,
Yeah,
and like
Sands of Time, book about old Dender.
yeah. Glossing through Dender, this book actually does contain a lot of like situational knowledge of the time. Like there was a drought that happened in this year while this king reigned, and there was a time of great wealth during this king's reign. During the year, during the year 586. A Tabaxi family was kidnapped by the Neve. These are the Dark Ones, the clans of Scorpionids and Yuan-Ti, and like the antithesis of Dender lifestyles. No one has seen or heard from that family. It is usually presumed that once a family gets kidnapped by the Neve, they are never seen or heard from again.
How do you spell Neve?
Nevae. Debbie. That happened in the year 856. In the year 620.
Wait, 856.
Yeah.
Hold on. You said they did what?
Oh, sorry. 586. Jesus, I can't read. 586.
So wait, you said 586 and they did what now?
The Neve basically kidnapped a Tabaxi family.
Okay.
It was one of those like, oh, an entire family got kidnapped. Usually it's like caravans or explorers that wander a little bit too close to the mountainsides. This time it was like, nah, they broke in, stole a whole family, and left. It was big news in Dender along that time. Unfortunately, no leads. They couldn't go across the mountains because it's too dangerous. All was lost, essentially. However, in the year 620, one of the children of that family that was stolen very, very, very young, probably like only 1 or 2 years old, was a Tabaxi named Nolia, Nolia. They showed up in Dender leading like a small army of undead, just wreaking havoc across the plains. And they were especially noted as having snakes for arms instead of normal arms.
No, yeah. Okay. Some next for arms. Alright.
And there was a lot of confusion going on this particular individual's onslaught of carnage and whatnot. Presumably, they were kidnapped by Yuan-Ti, the Neve. Yuan-Ti do have this weird, fucked up practice of turning those who they capture into other versions of themselves, like make them more snake-like. Like, no, you are wrong. We need to make you perfect. We need to make you like us, like snake. Become snake.
So hold on. The Yuan-Ti, so Neve is a group of Yuan-Ti?
The Neve is what
faction or something, or what's
let's call it the faction. The Neve is just short for Dark Ones. They are the Yuan-Ti, the Scorpionids, and just anyone whose ideology differs from the rest of Dender. Dender wants peace, love, and harmony. The Neve want brutal, the strongest to survive, cull weakness, all of that, which is, and these philosophies are shared heavily, mostly by the Scorpionids and the Yuan-Ti. But they all fall under the banner
So the
of
Yuan-Ti were
Nede.
the snake people?
Hmm?
The Yuan-Ti are the snake people specifically?
Correct.
Okay. So many weird words that I'm trying to differentiate.
That's understandable.
That's a lot of weird words.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, wizards.
Okay. So Neve, hold on. Neve is all monster people? Like all types of monster people?
Yeah,
Like that's the blanket word for them all?
evil monster people.
Okay. But then the kidnapped Tabaxi families were kidnapped by Yuan-Ti specifically?
People people didn't see it happen. It's just presumed that it happened. The snake scales were found. Poison tipped bone arrows were found, very indicative of what the Yuan-Ti use. So it is mostly assumed that it was the Yuan-Ti that stole this family.
Who wants this dog?
Alright, so anyway, back to 620 and the girl appears.
Sure.
Yeah.
620 and the Nolia,
Yeah.
the Tabaxi shows up with snake arms, presumably corrupted by the Yuan-Ti, and now filled with a Yuan-Ti ideology, just spreading mayhem and chaos everywhere that they go. But they're doing so with like a legion of undead. By legion, I mean 15 to 20 undead dudes at any given time. More than enough to cripple an unsuspecting populace, which values peace and harmony over most things. It is presumed that Nolia was slayed by a group of adventurers. However, they refused to make their identity known, instead leaving a stamped piece of parchment. This stamped piece of parchment bears an odd symbol, which is referenced here in this book, and you recognize it as the symbol of the Order of the Great Path. That's pretty much all that you are able to discern
Okay.
with a 27.
So, does that mean the Nolia person is connected to this pyramid thing? Or the body in the pyramid?
You
Or,
guess that Nolia was the one. What is the identity of the mummy that you all fought? Why was its body collected and interned and used as a guard for the Order of the Great, like one of their strongholds, one of their hideouts, locations? You're not exactly sure, but that is still a mystery that's up in the air. Also, I just remembered with the 27, a lot of the undead that Nolia had brought, they were almost always covered in maggots, and if these maggots would get to other people, they would basically infect them, kill them, and turn them into undead from the inside out, spreading even further.
These goddamn bugs. Need a bug zapper.
and the maggots came from Nolia?
Hard to say, but at the very least, they came from the undead that Nolia was controlling and commanding. What's everyone else doing?
Oh, it's morning now?
It is morning now.
Okay.
You fall out the window?
Well, am I in the second Second floor? That is the question.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll find out in a second here.
There are no first floor rooms.
You wake up, you see that Shiima is nose deep in a book.
I do not take the window at this one.
Uh-oh. The dagger set him straight.
I make my way to the window, put my foot up, and then I... Wait a minute. I change my mind and I turn around.
We have anything else
Good
we need
choice,
to do here? You're just passing through, right?
I think, yeah, we were just passing through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just passing through. You did get the invitation to meet with Sergeant High River before you leave, but that's up to you if you guys want to or not.
Do that. I'll tell them about it if they want to come.
We're doing what? Alright.
Breakfast time.
All right. You gear up. You have a hearty breakfast at the tavern. It looks like a lot of the people from Boldor traveling westward. They're also getting ready to pack up and go as well. You do see Rico and his new friend off in the corner enjoying a nice meal together. As you guys finish,
Let's fuck that up real quick.
do you guys want to fuck that up? It's up to you.
I'm gonna leave him alone.
Shoot spit on that over.
Kick little footballs and stuff.
Prestidigitation to make their coffee smell awful. I think it's just boiled shit.
Coffee tastes like shit.
Oh, good. It's not just me. You guys exit Stonies and make your way to the Kennelder's Keep's Law Hall. As you do, there are several funeral pyres that seem to have been erected and are slowly smoldering. It looks like that they did burn their dead at the end of last night's conflict. At least some of them. Others prepared to be wrapped up and are being transported elsewhere. Making your way to the law hall proper, you talk to some people, and out steps a very well-dressed militant dwarf woman with a long braid of bright blonde hair, big nasty scar across the face. Hello there, I am Sally High River, Sergeant of Kennelder Keep. I suppose you are the Fist, and I believe congratulations are in order. Thank you very much for helping defend this keep of ours.
Of course, it's what we do. Good deeds across the continent.
So I've heard.
Is that a motto? Is that what we say?
Well, you do now. Let's see. Knight Captain Cliff Runner spoke well of your deeds, and him and I are in agreement that some form of compensation should be had to adventurers of your esteemed notoriety and quality. Henceforth, I believe it is only fitting that because of this most recent incident, we see it fit to raise the ranking of the Fist to 2 stars.
Everyone's in trouble now.
She collects your badges, and within 15-20 minutes, they all come back with a second embedded star, signifying you all as 2-star hirelings.
Are these the same ones, just with an extra star?
Exactly that.
Okay, good, because I had mine as my insignia with claws, just to give me the +1 to honor protects.
Yeah, the ends of the star, of the 5-pointed star, is soft enough to add an extra star to the collection. That's kind of how these things are made. Now, the stars themselves, they are made out of like a different type of alloy that isn't easily replicated to prevent, like forgeries and whatnot. I'm a 5-star adventurer. You're 12. Go home.
How dare you? I'm going to buy an alcohol.
Fine, I'll go back
Go
to
home.
business factory.
Go home to your mother, Vince. Go back to school, Vince. Back to the playground, Vince.
Good horse.
Orlin is visibly pleased.
As a 2-star guild, the job pay for 2-star jobs range anywhere from 1,500 gold to 4,000 gold per participating member of the job. Unlocks the ability to utilize teleportation circles without the need of a quest. Fees are still at 50 gold per group. So if you are at a place that basically, if they have a law hall, they have a teleportation circle, and you can use their circles to either learn that circle or use it to go wherever else the network is.
Good news.
How much was that? Did you say?
50 gold per group.
Should you learn this magic circle then while we're here?
I mean, if I have to. So what? There's a magic circle in the law hall there. Is what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a minute to learn it.
Shiima, if you do want to take magic circle at some point, you can learn this circle preemptively, and then just have that at the ready. I will not count it as the 2 circles that you will learn whenever you take the spell, but that is entirely up to you.
I can do that then. That's fine.
I can break these cuffs.
You can't break these cuffs.
I'll draw the circle in my spell book for now, I guess,
Okay.
and write down the location and all that.
Normally, most law halls won't just let every 2-star adventurer come in and learn their circle, but because you guys did a really good turn for Kenilder Keep, they are willing to teach you their teleportation circle. They escort you to a dark room with a glowing blue runes on the floor, about 10 feet in diameter, and taking the next 10 minutes or so studying and sketching, both of you are able to learn the circle location for Kenilder Keep. If you choose, Vaxxus.
That's very kind of you. I will do just that. I'm not coming back here.
Okay, shortcut back here, goddammit.
You never know. We might have to go back here for something.
While they're doing that, I will start prepping the horses.
Alright. As you prep the horses, some of the dwarves that were present whenever you were speaking on behalf of the dead, they could come up and they offer just thanks and gratitude, and they speak of sending their interred, some of those that could not benefit from a revivify spell or whatnot, to try their luck westward. They hear that there's a caravan going to Vastikal, and they are looking to take their dead with them in order to attempt more potent resurrection magics out west.
All things are possible through the 12.
That is what we are told. May you walk in the light of the 12 for the rest of your days, Count Orlin Trinette of House Trinette.
They kind of give me the creeps. They like to stare a lot.
The caravan, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You've appeared in a few of our dreams just staring at us, haven't you?
I don't remember that.
Hex is like, you weren't supposed to wake up.
You weren't supposed to wake up. What the fuck?
They keep you infiltrated in a couple of our dreams.
I think maybe I just got lost on the way to mine. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, it does sound weird when you say it that way.
Oh man, you do hear talks on the box the Vox box live from the Terran Vox News Network. The Vox box talks about mismanaged meat blunders.
Hold on a second. I gotta add this to my list of issues we hear about. Alright, hold on. The meat stuff. Didn't we hear about this before?
Yes, you
We were
did.
part of it.
Yeah, we encountered it too.
I got that. Where did I write about meat?
Villains get fisted. Again.
Mismanaged mountain of meat.
Yeah, what word?
That actually sounds gross.
The mismanaged mountain of meat.
Yes.
Mismanaged meat mountain. Basically,
Here it is. Tainted meats.
Tainted meat.
The announcer basically talks about a recall of all shipped meats from Lahir, citing bad food poisoning, fever, delirium, and
Where's Lahir?
It's not live there.
it is not
Where
on.
is it?
It is not on the map, but it is southward
It's
of.
in Arcala though somewhere?
It is not in Arcala. It is on Terra, but it is south of Miori, past the mustache
Hold on. How do
bristles.
you spell
remember us
Lahir
talking about
then?
that before.
LE''.
Le...
HYR?
They what?
Lahir.
La-huh.
Lahir.
Lahum.
Lahir. Is that an island technically?
It is an island.
So...
LEHYR. Yep.
Okay. So now it's from Marvel, Uldor, British Half-Orc, and Lahir.
Lahir is where this meat comes from. This is specifically like fished and whaled meat. However, this meat, it is causing so much of a problem that an official notice is being made that hey, this meat is being recalled. It's causing a lot of problems: stomach aches, stomach growths, delirium, psychological breaks, and I apologize for our listeners. Suicide via drowning.
Wait, they eat the meat and they drown?
This stuff seems pretty
Apparently.
pretty dangerous.
Alright,
Wasn't it
we're
something
going vegan for a while.
Wasn't it something when we were cleaning out our warehouse we got in Baldor that we found some of this stuff
Yeah,
too?
we found some tainted food or something.
Yeah.
I believe it was.
It's bad fish. And then a goblin popped out of it or
And
something.
this is meat and fish meat? Or,
Mostly fish meat.
okay, fish. Alright, no eating fish.
The island of the fishing and whaling practices of Lahir is being postponed until further notice, until the a proper investigation can be held. Orlin, you would know that Lahir is so far out of anyone's way. It takes a couple weeks just to travel there. If people do decide to investigate what's going on at Lahir proper, it's going to be a couple months before someone decides to do anything about it, unless someone says like, hey, why don't we just teleport? But usually in matters like these, people take their time, because Terra has a mountain of other issues to deal with as well. It's hard to fast track or prioritize one business venture over another.
So we're going there, right?
Sounds like a mission for the cannon fodder.
Whoever they are.
I think we have heard their
I
name,
mean,
right?
we have
Yeah,
heard
we have.
about them.
They sound very notoriously expendable.
I mean, that is the definition of fodder.
I bet they've never been in the ocean.
Is there anything? That's pretty much what you hear. Yeah, that's pretty much what you hear over the Vox box as far as announcements and whatnots goes. It doesn't seem that like it's only been a handful of hours. If you were to hear about anything about what happened at Kimmelder Keep, it will probably be after you reach Deep White Spires or Magrush. Is there anything else that you guys want to do here in town?
I want to shop for scrolls.
Okay.
If they have any. But I would need. I'm still trying to look through the list of wizard specific spells.
We should dig a moat.
Okay, unfortunately there aren't any magic shops here. However, Otherworldly Treasures does have, they don't have spell scrolls.
Secondhand scrolls.
It's weird. They don't sell spell scrolls. They sell pictures of spell scrolls.
Ooh.
Like giant Polaroid photos
Okay.
of
They
spell
look,
scrolls.
Do they look hand drawn or something,
Um,
or magically printed?
observing it, the outside is made of like this really weird, fine, flexible material, and the back sort of has like this white parchmenty kind of feel to it, but it's almost as big as like a normal Victorian portrait of someone.
Is this like an early late 1800s type of photography where you had to sit still and then it was like
For
a big
for like 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
kaboosh, like poof of smoke, and then it took forever to develop, basically?
Exactly that.
Okay, I was just trying to understand because I'm like, yeah, I haven't heard
To
really.
be fair, I do not know what those films actually looked like back then. I only have our modern Polaroid cameras as an
Yeah, I was just trying to get an understanding because I haven't heard of like actual photography in D&D. So.
Me neither. I'm making it up as I go.
Okay, all right.
Does he offer that as a service?
He does offer that as a service, and the camera that he uses is of a better quality. You only have to stand for 5 minutes instead of 20. However, the photo is rather small, and it takes a while to develop.
I want to get a picture of me sitting on Maeve holding up a sword.
All right, my lord, you just have to hold that pose for 5 minutes.
I go over and whisper to him, "Can you put a mustache on him?"
Actually, normally this costs 1 gold. However, he asks politely, "Now, if you want, I can give you a better rate for 5 gold. It won't take that long, but promise you won't tell nobody."
Say it's 1 gold, and then he'd give me a better rate for 5 gold?
Yeah. 1 gold is like $100 in this world.
Yeah.
So
But then you said you're upping it to
Yeah.
5 gold?
yeah, 5 gold, less time. Just don't tell no.
Oh, okay, so
one.
I'll
it's
charge
just
us to
even
get it
faster.
faster.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like,
Normally, this process would take 10 minutes to take the photo, and then like a day to develop. So it's gonna take, but I can cut that down so fast for 5 gold.
So bad.
Sounded like he was haggling backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I only got 8 intelligence right now, but that doesn't seem like it's...
I'll do it for 1 gold, but for you, I'll do it for 5.
Orlin, deal.
Yeah.
I'll hit it 5 gold to get it faster. I think we're leaving soon.
Okay. He pulls you to in a place to pose that is out of public view. He pulls out a small device, really small, but it has like a weird ocular lens on it. He holds it up to his face and all right, pose now, smile. and a piece of photo comes out of it instantly. Pulls it. There you go.
Maybe.
At first, it's blank, and
Give me my gold back.
no, just wait. After like a minute, the image fills, and it's you
I'm sitting
on
there
the
watching
horse
this happen.
in color.
Oh man, he had a Kodak camera, a good one.
Essentially, yeah, he had a and like one of the earliest Polaroid cameras. They say that we can do like the 1800s films. This is like 1920s. Kind of wild.
So I guess while he's developing the film, can I ask him how much his photos, if that's how you say it,
If that is
Well,
your
how
real
much
name.
photos of the spell scrolls cost?
Well, the wife looks up. Well, the photos of the spell scrolls are generally worth what the spell scrolls themselves would cost. So really, it just depends on the
Cantrip
level.
first and second level. I wanted to see what the prices were.
Okay.
Because I still have to pick. I gotta go through and pick which ones I want to do, so I gotta see which ones I want to do, and then you can tell me if he had them in stock or not.
For simplicity's sake, let's say we have them in stock. Don't know what my.
Because I got gold to burn.
How
Maybe
many?
if I buy these in bulk, can I get a discount?
We'll see about that.
100 gold, but for you it's 500.
That
Okay.
haggling at work again.
All right. Tell me which
I don't know.
which level of spell scrolls you're.
First, cantrip first and second.
All right. Cantrip is 15 gold.
Okay.
First level is 25. Second is 250.
Okay, I'm for you.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave and come back, but I'm gonna see if I can find Lucky's stand before we leave.
Yeah. Lucky stand is still there. Make a perception check.
You said first level's 30?
First level is 25.
Oh, 25. And then 50 for second level?
250 for second.
15, 25, and then the 250?
Yes.
Jeez.
That's where the good spells kick in.
Would you roll
Who's this Jesus
6.
speak of?
6? Okay. You do not see Lucy. You see everyone else. You don't see Lucy. Hi there. Welcome back, Vaxxus. Care to wet your whistle?
No, I still haven't partaken what you've given me yet. I'm sure it's good. I just wanted to return this to a particular grouch, but I don't see her around.
Oh, that's because she sees you. If you wouldn't mind, would you mind stepping to the left right now? Do you? You take one step to the left, and a blow dart hits the the stand right where your head was.
What happened this time? She's got very immaculate aim. Thanks for the warning.
And no problem. You can just dig that into the hardwood here. She'll find it eventually.
I'll just slam it under the table. All right. Hopefully I don't see you around, Lucy. Take care.
Somewhere off in the distance, hiding in the rafters of nearby houses, is like, you don't see me. That's the whole point.
You want to dig the dart into your belly?
Throw it
Yeah,
back
you
at
can
it.
pull it out of the wall and just stab yourself with that.
Nah, I'm gonna be like passed out on the ground. They're gonna think I was drinking way too much too soon.
Do you leave a note or anything attached to the
Be
knife?
Correct.
No, I think I made my point.
Okay. As you make your point into the wood, your father shows up. Hey, kiddo. I take it you guys are off traveling to who knows where?
Yes, we were gonna take a detour over there at Magrush, but I think eventually we were gonna make our way west as well.
West. All right. Well, just keep safe on the roads. They say that the western roads have been getting particularly dangerous, especially along the Salistan hills. So if you do venture to make camp, don't make camp on the side of the road closest to the the hills.
Let's see, vastical.
That's my recommendation.
Are you sure you're going to be well protected to travel out that way? Because you're going to the holy capital.
I've got the power of faith on my side, and you know that I have been traveling along that road since before you were born.
That's a fair point. Are your followers going to protect you, or just your faith?
Well, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Valen and Phalanis have, I've seen them hurl many a holy smiting upon those who would try to attack our beloved caravan.
I think I'd have to see it for myself, but I'll take your word for it.
Hey, all you gotta do is believe. That's the first step.
All right, and I believe I need to return to my friends, but you be safe on your travels, Father.
You be safe as well, son. He leans in for a hug, and you hear him whisper into your ear, "Just be safe out there, okay?"
I let him hug me. I'm not really always big on hugging back, so I just kind of let it go like that.
Quick in the picture. Hold that for 5 minutes.
All right, Dad, you can let me go. This hugs are going on too long.
Okay, all right.
Someone might take
Be
a
safe
picture.
out there.
Yes, old person.
Yeah.
No!
Hey,
Kulkras,
let me go, damn it.
You watch as some of the bodies of the people that fell in battle are being loaded into some of the empty carriages of Kazul's caravan.
All right.
You have a high passive perception,
You're not gonna
and
be
nothing
like,
else was going
is he
on.
just stealing bodies? Are they bodies of his people?
It looks like that they are being handled by like the dwarven militant here. So at the very least, someone signed to have this happen. And with that, the Fist make their way southwards. It is no longer raining, however, the roads are just fucked up because of the rain and mud and whatnot, so it's gonna take you more than a day's travel to get there. What would the Fist like to do on their travel southward?
Gonna spend the first 3 hours reading.
Is there a way to find the drier parts of the road to try to aim the horses towards?
Make a nature or survival check.
Orlin, did you steal one of Shiima's books? You look like a nerd right now.
I am the greatest wizard in this
I
group.
think I gave him that book. Maybe, I don't know.
You have a lot of lofty claims lately, Orlin. You're the strongest, you're the smartest. Is there anything you can't do is my next question.
Not particularly. I'm pretty good at just about everything.
I
But I
have.
appreciate you noticing it.
I have.
Well, it's hard not to notice when you brag so much, but good for you. Proud of you.
I have a spell that might be able to help us. I forgot what it's called. It's that one. I don't know if it was Mold Earth or
Would you roll Kulkras?
23.
something that could help us find better ground. Where is it?
Is it find the path?
No, it was something I had used, and I could make stuff difficult terrain, or I can make it not difficult terrain.
That's probably Mold Earth
Yeah, I
then.
think so.
Um,
I'm trying to see if I can find it.
You'd have to be
It's a
constantly
cantrip.
casting it.
yeah, that's something that only happens within like a 6-foot block.
You'd have to be like, all right, stop the horses, fix the road. All right, guys, stop the horses, and fix the road.
Pretty much.
You'd have to be casting it ahead of us all the time.
Yeah. Okay,
Once we get there, we're fine.
With a 23, I will say you are able, like rain effects everywhere. So it's not really a question of finding the better parts to drive that can cut down time. However,
Well, drainage is a thing.
However, you do find paths that will not get the cart stuck, so you can avoid hazards for this length of the journey with that roll, which is nice. So you're not going to catch quicksand or anything like that. Over the course of the next few hours, the path does take like a decline as the surrounding landscape changes from this craggy gray rock and loose sediment to a more visually pleasing like golden brown sand as when you travel southward and go a little bit on a decline, you see that you are now in a new topography, and a giant, vast valley with the coastline just barely in sight of what I believe it was initially referred to as the Desolate Wastes. If anyone would like to make a history check on this area.
For you, but have I finished this 3 hours first?
Yeah, sure. 3 hours later, it's like, oh yeah, I know something about this place.
I'll make a history check, as or maybe I've been here.
I high five Orlin
Not
when he
with that.
finishes his reading.
I'm trying to figure out how to edit this thing here.
There
It
you
was
go.
possible to beat it first.
Yes.
Alright.
6.
6.
Knowledge.
Kulkras.
2.
2.
Ooh, way to go,
My
bud.
newfound knowledge, I got a 23.
Hey, winner.
Natural 20 again.
Nice.
Plus
Man.
11. 31.
I thought John had the way to die, but I think you stole it.
I've been rolling different die and getting, like, I rolled this one with a natural 20. I think that one did a natural 20.
Well done.
Vaxxus, you don't remember too much about this place. You probably have been to Magrush, but Magrush itself is kind of like a you work hard during the day and party hard at night, so that's probably all you remember. Kulkras
Okay.
has never been out here, but he has heard of the term the Desolate Waste and the Ceaseless Storm, even with the 2. However, for our nerds,
Sand dweller. I am the sand dweller. This is my sand.
for our resident sand dweller and nerd, you
Who
both
is probably currently learning a spell scroll picture after I choose them. Whenever I'm done with this.
Shiima, you're holding it upside down.
Well, it's a good
Learn-
thing I can
learn-
read upside down.
learn a whole new spell. You both are aware that the Desolate Waste gets its name because there used to be a perpetual storm that would ravage this whole like 50 square miles.
Where?
Uh,
Here?
right at
Okay.
right on these.
Kind of
Like we're in between. That's just that little part in between is the Desolate Wastes.
Whatever square is highlighted for Deep Light Spires.
Oh, just that square.
Yeah, but that
basically?
square is 50 miles in every
Yeah.
direction.
So just that square is it?
Yeah. It used to be the epicenter of this perpetual sandstorm that would rage for tens of years, if not hundreds of years. However, during the
I had to go. I was busy typing up spell stuff because of Deep Light Spires.
I almost understood what you said there. You're like,
It was desolate wastes.
Okay, go on. I'm caught up.
now you have to wait for me.
I'll just go back to spell stuff.
Never mind. So this place, like I said, it used to be the epicenter of this perpetual sandstorm. The sandstorm ended near the end of the Dark War, and I'm trying to define the year of that.
Lore faster, Dungeon Man.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to get it wrong?
You said it was a sandstorm during the Dark War?
It was perpetuated until the end of the Dark War. This is probably
during
one.
the Dark War. Okay.
Yeah, it's presumed that the sandstorm started in like the early single-digit years of the calendar and has been going ever since.
I'm just giving you a hard time because somebody has to.
That's fair.
I had that the Dark War ended in 320.
320. Gotcha. So I would say 321 is when people started to notice, hey, the storm has ended. What the fuck is up with that? And it took a while for, like after the rebuilding of civilization, after the Dark War and the rebuilding of civilization during the Arcane Drought, the idea of sending people to pioneer new unexplored places, Oregon Trail style, it took a while for people to start doing that. But once they started, they found these gigantic spires, 6 of them in total, entirely made of metal. And these spires were habitable. There were workshops, there were rooms. Each of these spires seemed to serve some form of purpose. But these spires were miraculously preserved and survived the perpetual onslaught of over 300 years of sandstorming.
I'm gonna play like the first few seconds of the Darude sandstorm every time we say sandstorm.
That's fair.
So for 300 years.
For 300 years, a sandstorm raged. But these metal spires are pretty much the only thing that's survived. Prospecting in the area also yielded a very heavy, dense mine and ore deposits nearby, sprouting the creation of the town of Magrush. Because eventually they also found veins of mag within the sand. Now, mag was considered completely unusable during the Arcane Drought, but people figured, well, it's going to end at some point, and when it does, we'll open the mines back up, and then everyone will be rich. And Deep Light Spires was given its name because at night, over the pit where they found what could eventually be mined and prospected, that ground would glow at night. Hence the name Deep Light Spires. Lots of people businesses and politicians stake claims to Deep Light Spires and Magrush to do and experiment on many different things. A lot of new technologies are being studied at Deep Light Spires, including the Polaroid photos, technology, the boxes. It is presumed that even rifles are being experimented with down there. Medicines that don't rely on magic or just take a healing potion and call me in the morning. It's just a lot of exploring the stars. Deep Light Spires has a lot going on for it, and that's where you are aware that you are headed to.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna find an antimatter gun.
I hand off the Tome of Clear Thought to Shiima. I understand everything now. Apparently I had the entire history of Magrush locked inside my brain.
You recover like long drolled out topics from these the scholars that your dad would hire to teach you a thing or two. And all of that has just been repressed and ignored until this moment.
Back to an IQ of 100.
I'm proud of you.
It's a long
Congratulations, you're finally average.
It's a long journey, but we finally got there.
And now, could I read that same book then?
Yes. It has. It can be used twice this century, and after Orlin finishes the book, it looks like that the book still has a residual charge to it.
Is that in the D&D Beyond inventory?
Tell my clear thought.
In the inventory, it should say once per century, but I'm having fun with it. I'm saying two. I am the DM now.
To my...
Give it to Saoirse instead.
Honestly, if Saoirse can read common,
Wouldn't you have to
Actually,
cast,
understands
like,
it. I don't think it says anything about
wouldn't you have
reading
to
them.
cast comprehend languages on
Yeah,
her or
probably.
something like that?
For
so she
48
can read
hours
it?
straight.
I mean, I
I'm
can
just reading
ritual
it from my
cast
inventory,
it,
so
so...
make sure you add it.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Saoirse should be able to read it twice as fast because they got two heads.
Oh,
That's true.
God.
One head reads one page, the other reads the other. So yeah,
if one of you gets that mutation, I don't think that.
I mean, if
I don't know how I would rule that.
that's sound logic, I would cut it in half because you're technically reading 2 pages.
The
at a
two
time.
head mutation.
Well,
Can
it
you
would-
read the book twice as fast?
It would go as, I don't understand this page. Oh, now I get it.
I would shave 6 hours off.
Does that mean you get twice as hungry, or how does that work?
You
Keep
got
an
two
eye on
heads,
it.
but one's
Advantage on
a-
perception checks.
It's only been a day, but you think Saoirse does eat twice the amount. You're not sure if that's like a new thing, is like them trying to figure it out, or if that's going to be the constant.
She's a growing girl. She's something like 4 months old or something.
Keep that up, she's gonna be as fat as Cookie. Gonna throw her like a football.
As you continue to travel southward, like I said, you're still, because of the difficult terrain, even though the rain probably hasn't reached this far, it's still enough to deter travel for at least one more day. So
if I burn spell slots to keep Jeffrey and Jeffrey a long strider for 5 hours, would that be enough to get us there at the end of the night?
I would say no.
Okay.
It is a good ask, and I appreciate it.
No,
But
I want reading time. I shout from the back of the cart. I need to learn some spell scrolls.
What if I have Todd help push the cart?
no. Alright, so
I cast levitate.
16. It's 16 hours worth of travel. How many hours did it take you to finish the book?
3.
3.
Yeah, could we fly the rope there and stuff?
So Shiima, for you,
I'm
you
still
can.
deciding what spells I even want to learn. So
Okay. Well, I'll just note that you can learn up to 13 hours.
why 13?
If you,
He took 3 hours.
I'm getting
to
there.
read the thing.
13 hours for the day. You can add 8 more if you down a potion of watchful rest.
You just said we had 16 hours of.
16
travel,
hours a
right?
day.
She's not reading
I'm
the
not
tome,
reading
she's
the
reading the scrolls.
He
So
had
she
3
would have
Oh,
16.
hours.
My
I have
bad.
the
My
full 16 to do
mistake.
whatever I
You guys
want.
are just talking past
I
each other.
suck.
He has
Listening.
13 free hours.
Okay,
to do stuff.
so
I have the full 16. Yeah.
while you bed down for a long rest, who would like to keep watch?
I'll do the last one again so I can get up early and do my exercises.
I'll either do first or second watch when it's darkest outside, I guess.
I'll do
Need to
first.
see. Hold on. I'm
All
gonna
right.
see if I have a watch for rest or not.
I'll do second watch, and before I go to sleep, I think I'll cast Death Ward on myself and on Shiima.
Oh, I have so many. But if I do a watchful rest, I can't learn a thing while also watching, right?
I'll allow it.
Take a
'Cause
session or two.
I could stay awake with somebody else so that they can do the actual watching, and I can sort of half watch while I'm learning a scroll or whatever.
Okay. So, Kulkras, make your first
so I'll
check
be awake the whole time, just learning stuff, I guess.
at advantage.
I think a session or two ago you said we could cast spells at the end of a long rest if we wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you wanted to cheese it that way, it's totally allowable.
Always. Perception?
Yes.
Why am I doing it at advantage? Is someone giving me help?
Shima's up with you. Even though Shima is doing their own thing.
I'm like maybe occasionally glancing around.
Yeah.
23.
23. The desert is very cold at night. And I think this would probably be the first time that Kulkras has had experience with a desert landscape.
It all depends on how we're in. Because where are we at right now?
We're like halfway between.
What's Potts Port surrounded by? Because it's surrounded by the same terrain, it looks like.
That's where you're from, right?
Potsport, I would say their terrain, like they do have beaches, but the 90% of the rest of the terrain is more of like the gray, craggy stone.
Okay, because it's all this brown thing, so.
Yeah.
Then yeah, probably.
I'm pretty well traveled. I'm sure I've been through a desert or two at least.
Indeed. But your watchful eye keeps note of any untoward attention that your camp might be drawing at night, and your watch concludes without issue.
Who's next?
I guess that'd be me.
We're all dead.
Make a perception check at advantage, Vaxxus.
Oh, hi, Vaxxus.
Do it! Wait, are you still up? When are you going to bed?
I'm not.
Never!
I'm busy reading.
Now you're just showing off, but continue.
19.
19. The rest of your watch goes on without issue.
And I say, hey, look over there, and I cast Death Ward. Is that a mouse?
Vaxxus, as you keep watch, you also take note that Shiima is preparing spells and whatnot.
I'm
You also
reading however many scrolls, yeah.
you also like the memory of the oil that Shiima carries with them comes to mind.
Hey, Vaxxus, what do you think I should learn next? Magic Missile or Mirror Image?
Why are you asking me?
I mean, which one sounds more fun?
You're learning magic for fun. Is that why?
I mean, kind of.
I mean, think of something practical, you know?
Fireball.
Like, something that wouldn't burn people alive, for starters.
Fireball.
The Tabaxi?
Sure, if you want to invade people.
I could make you blind, maybe? Want to be blind?
You want to be blind?
Can't see the fire.
Yeah, I know.
I have so many things that I could learn.
And I think maybe you just need to slow down. That's my opinion, because I know we're kind of like oil and water, and we don't exactly get along or mesh well together.
I
But
could cast Friends.
there's other ways to make
I think
friends.
that's one
All
that I
right,
already know.
I just don't like to make friends. There's a difference.
Can you see anything out there?
You ever cast friends?
You seem very distracted. It's like you're just throwing random questions at me.
reading. I got a lot of
She's on
of,
stimulants.
Was
You
it
ever
Adderall?
talk to
I
somebody?
got a lot
Yeah,
of
you ever talk to somebody who's taking a lot of
symbols to
Adderall?
copy. And
Is this the zoomies too? Like, you have the zoomies while reading? Like,
She-
I mean, eventually I'm going to start pacing if you don't stop talking to me.
Shima's eyes are like super, like tiny cat slit eyes that cats get whenever they're like excited or
She puts
Something
down
like
the scrolls. She puts down the scrolls and starts running back and forth.
I mean, I think you started talking to me first, but I'm not going to make an argument out of it.
I mean, all I did was say hi.
All right.
That's it. No more Adderall for you.
I'm sure whatever you pick is going to be fine. So enjoy your book. I'm going to go to bed now.
Okay, bye, Vaxxus.
or make a perception check in advantage.
Oh, hey, Orlin.
Vaxxus just wouldn't shut up during.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, she was
I don't even
talking
know
so
I don't
fast.
even know if Vaxxus noticed anything. We could have gotten attacked. He was busy talking to me while I'm trying to read.
My perception roll is pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Orlin is overwhelmed by Shiima talking to him at 1,000 miles an hour, and I got a 7.
Ooh, all right. Let's see.
Roll an advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Let's see who's getting shanked in the night.
Okay. Well, the rest of the night goes pretty much okay. You do hear the low howls of very distant coyotes as the morning sun is bound to rise.
My ears go back. I'm like, oh, the dogs are out. Who let the dogs?
You don't breathe, dude.
I don't have to. No.
I was like, wait, you pointing at me?
At the end of the day,
You don't have to breathe.
I'm like staring at him with, like, as he's sleeping, is his chest moving?
Not often.
I was gonna say, yeah. I guess it wouldn't. Like, maybe I breathe with my mouth just to piss people off. If I felt like it, like,
Orlin starts trying to choke you
I'm
out.
just like-
You don't breathe, right?
Yeah, he's a mouth breather.
I had the slots for it, I guess, so I'll cast the air bubble on all 4 of us and the Saoirse.
Alright, you gotta cast 2 because Saoirse has 2 heads.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, I actually have the slots if I did my 3rd level slots. Both my 3rd level slots would get all 4 of us, and then my 2nd level slots would do Saoirse.
yeah.
You absolutely don't have to, but this one time, just because it's fun.
The only thing I have to do is sleep, basically. So.
I'm like, hey, that's one of the spells I could learn. Not sure if I will. I don't really have much time left. Sun's gonna come up soon.
The sun comes up, and no issues happen this night.
Ooh.
I will say, similar dreams come to Kulkras, Orlin, and Vaxxus.
Oh, they took my kidney.
Orlin.
Which one?
For your dream, once again, Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, Ray, the Everlight, you feel their connection to you, and much like Kulkras, they desire to know more about you. What do you want to do in this life, and what pushes you, what drives you?
Oh, sorry, Orlin, wrong dream. I'm out of here.
I want to be the hero of this generation.
And you also feel them ask a desire to know what is Orlin ashamed of?
My infernal heritage that I've recently found out about.
Don't let me catch you saying that.
Stay in your own dreams then.
They said feats for hands, but
Kulkras, pretty much the same dream comes to you.
no, I already answered these questions.
It once for this dream, the lore goddess Ione wants to know more about Kulkras's shortcomings, their the foil to the hero of the epic that the Fist is forging for themselves. What's something bad that Kulkras has done in the past that they feel particularly not ashamed of, but like a secret that he would rather just have people not ask about, but God is asking.
God's asking.
Your stash of porn that you keep?
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the dirty magazines we looked at probably.
Hey, you guys. We're not supposed to talk about it.
Like, you seem pretty tame, but maybe let me take a look at this one.
I don't understand half of this thing. What's the question again?
Basically, like, do you have anything to confess to Ayum?
Shame.
We drank a lot on Vaxxus' dime.
And I still don't know about it.
That's right.
Orlin and Kulkras both make religion checks.
I wonder if Ioun's like annoyed at me because I don't sleep.
I
She's like, I want to talk to this Tabaxi person, but they keep reading. They don't sleep much.
Go to sleep, cat lady.
My new smarts are paying off. I got a 21.
21.
Hey.
Kulkras?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nothing plus that because religion is intelligence.
Both of your faiths have been rewarded this day and are both blessed until the completion of your next long rest.
Oh. Remember what happened last time we got that? Ready for another one?
Vaxxus. Another confusing light show. All 12 pointed at you.
I keep forgetting I'm wearing all the bling right now.
Go ahead and make a perception check and a religion check.
Here we go.
Oh man, if he has a blazing light show in front of him, he actually is at the Sandstorm concert.
7 for perception and dirty 20 for religion.
You feel the blinding light of all of these gods' attention on you, and for one reason or another, they find you worthy of their sight upon you, and you are blessed until your next long rest.
I feel weird. Stop doing that.
No.
They'll say to you, no. Why is everyone's voice so deep?
For another day, you said?
Yes. The rest of the Fist continue their travel southward unless there was any other discussions that anyone wanted to have with anyone.
I have a question about this spell thing. So how long would it take for me to read?
Which spell scrolls? Or?
Yeah, how long would it take for me to learn? Like the same as learning any other spell thing?
Yes.
'Cause
I believe you
I
can
think
do
I
so
have-
faster because of your subclass.
Maybe. The thing I have written down is common, uncommon, and rare stuff. I don't remember what that was for the how long it takes.
We'll come back to that. That's
Yeah.
probably going to be an after session thing.
Yeah.
I will gladly answer that question. In the meantime, however, the Fist continue their trip southward. And I will say...
That's for potions. Sorry.
That's for potions.
That's for potions. Yeah, I don't know how long it would take for the scroll stuff. So you'll have to tell me that later.
I'll give you that answer, I
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah.
They continue to travel southward. And I would say around 4 o'clock in the afternoon on this final day, you start to see the Kulkras rolled an intelligence check. He rolled a 2.
Beware.
Don't forget to breathe.
As you travel southward, you start to see you start to see the outcroppings of buildings, of tall wooden structures, like a town. This is the mining town of Magrush. Very little in the ways of outward defenses. There's more of just like a high fenced wall that is patrolled by mounted dwarves. A little ways away, you can see a large collections of concrete structures surrounding a large pit, which you would assume is the mines of Magrush. And just beyond that, just a couple miles, you see sprouting from the ground these gigantic, almost mile-long tall, 6 gleaming silver spires of deep light spires. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Ooh. So, tune in next time whenever we dive into the adventures of the Fist over at Magrush and Deep Light Spires. Also, I forgot to mention, we are changing our schedule for when these episodes are put out. We decided to have a gap week in our recording schedule. Things will be on track, but a week later, if that makes sense. So, if you were watching this every other Saturday, these are
Streamed, yep.
Every other Saturday put on streams, put on Twitch and whatnot. What day do they come out on YouTube?
Tuesday.
So if you were expecting it on one Tuesday, it's the one after that. Same with these Saturday. We apologize for the inconvenience, but life happens. So here we are. In the meantime,
it's still going to be every other week, though.
We're still going to be every other week.
It works better for our schedules.
In the meantime, if you like what we do and you want to support us, consider checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/undergroundinitiative, where if you donate, your name could be in the credits here. Ooh, be cool like them. I know you want to. Join our Discord to tell us how much I suck. Also, for those who want to, should we do a poll of how tall Shiima is?
That'd be fun.
Poll wouldn't be long enough.
You need multiple
one poll
polls.
is one Shiima tall.
We'll figure that out. In the meantime, thank you all so very much for tuning in on these adventures. We certainly appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're a cool dude. Just donate if you're even cooler. I know you are. Be the best that you can be so we can as well. And please, 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 don't forget to stay incredible.
Happy birthday!
Sommersee und Sonnenschein, ja, da muss man glücklich sein, weil da brauch ich nichts auf dieser Welt. früh am Morgen schon zum Strand, braun gebrannt im weißen Sand. Ja, das ist die Zeit, die mir gefällt. Abends kommt dann noch so ein Bummel die Strandpromenade entlang und das hat seine Gründe. Sommersee und Sonnenschein und dann noch verliebt zu zweien. Ja, da muss der Mensch doch glücklich sein.